Bon Jovi.
Bonjour. Yeah, I was going to say that. Bonjour. Did you say bonjour?
No, I said Bon Jovi. Bon
Bon
Jovi.
Jovi.
I've got that from Peter Griffin. Did you ever see that sketch?
No,
You know,
which one's that?
it's Family Guy. He was at a French restaurant. They were all going. You know, the waiter came over and everybody said Bon Jovi and Bonjour. And then when it came Peter Griffin, he goes Bon Jovi.
Is he still going around Bon Jovi? I've seen but I've seen some videos of him as on his live. I was going to say live streams. There, no, his live performances. It's not sounding that great. You find like a lot of these '80s bands that are just are. It's a bit like Def Leppard.
Well, what I used to do back in the days, is we were lucky. We had shows on TV like The Tube, The Word.
I remember that.
That showed these showed the bands live when they were in England. If they were touring in England, they went on one of these shows. And I remember I was oohing and ahhing about seeing Guns N' Roses. Yeah, because I've never seen them live before, and I know like live bands because I've seen them before and they suck. Some of them do. Right. So I thought, let me check out Guns N' Roses. And they were doing a live set. I believe it was on the Tube, Jules Holland's show.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they did a live set on there. And my God, Axl was like off key. I don't know if it was the narcotics at the time or whatever, but I just thought I'm saving my money, man. So I didn't go see him. But the only good rock band I ever really saw was Ice-T's band. Don't know if you know that the rapper Ice-T's got a heavy metal band. It's called Body. Yeah, it's called Body Count, man. Awesome band. And they are just as good live. Yeah.
Saying that, I know there's a lot of stigma behind Limp Bizkit, but I mean, it's Fred Durst, isn't it? You know what he's like, but he's still rocking it today. You know, still sounds the same, and they've been putting out some pretty good music as well. I have to admit. Yeah. Limp Bizkit back in the day.
There you go. Somebody else saw Body Count live. They're awesome in it. I love how he just fires up the crowd. Tell us what to do. Yeah, you know the rest, man. I can't say it on here.
Does he do a rock version of Ice Baby?
That's Vanilla Ice. Ice-T is completely different.
Oh, right. Sorry, I got confused there.
Yeah.
Ice-T he's the one that's got a missus called Coco.
Yeah.
I think I follow her on Facebook. She's just like big booty, man. Yeah, sorry. I thought you said Vanilla Ice then. Sorry, that's just my brain.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Ice-T. Right, okay.
Yeah, it's a wicked rock band though. Wicked rock band.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's doing heavy metal, isn't it?
Nah, he's been doing it from time, man. Wicked rock. He loves his rock music.
All right.
So I'm going to do roll call. Yeah,
cool.
Body count. So first of all, we've got John Stokes. How you doing? Thank you for sharing it out.
Cheers, John.
Science Evidence Fringe News Network. See, got it. I told you we get it. We'll get it all the time now. Thank you, and thank you for sharing it out. I think that's what you did. So thanks.
Cheers, mate.
If not, thanks for sharing John's post out. I'm thanking you for something, so thank you. Right, let's go. Corbell's cat. How you doing,
How's it
man?
going, mate?
How you doing? Drumstick. I'm trying to get these buttons. Much love, brother. Much love. One true Saxon. There you are, brother. There you are.
How's it going? Nice to see you.
You know what? I wish I could feel your excitement, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
We will.
Bob Lazar, how you
Bob.
doing? I should have put this one up. Bon Jovi. That'd be a cool name for a tribute band, wouldn't it?
It would be actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, who was asking for signed Rizzlers for me to send them to you? You know I'm sending them $10.99 plus you got to pay for the shipping.
Hey, Spookfest.
How you doing? All right, it looks like we are at the end of roll call. To you people that are in there that hasn't said hello, hello. Hope you all doing well.
Budicon's there. 3 comments.
Did I miss you? Did I miss you, brother?
Budicon. Nick, I tried to send you an
email.
I'm not seeing you. Video attachment.
I'm not seeing you.
Budicon.
I'm not seeing.
Hey? Yeah, it's there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's saying here, Nick, I tried to send you an email with a video attachment, but it didn't send. No, I just checked my email, brother. I haven't received anything, man. Send it again. Or just don't put the video. Or if you want to upload it to your YouTube account.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. Didn't see you, brother.
Mate. Yeah, send it again, mate. Try it again. Sometimes when you've got a big file to send over, they'll either put it through a drive, or if you want to upload it to your YouTube channel, put it as unlisted, and I can watch it from there, man. Just send me the link. So, yeah, but nice to see you, Budicon. Welcome on in. Spookfest. I did a Skywatch a few weeks ago. Live chat on the beach of Norfolk, Virginia. Had some white flashes orbs show up in a triangle formation. Sweet. Then more showed up stationary for like 4 minutes. Then they disappeared. That's sweet, man. I have to admit, I was out sky watching yesterday. I'm seeing a lot of these white flashes of like orbs, not necessarily in a triangular formation. That's quite interesting, but some of them were really compelling. Thing is, I use my phone, and when it's at night, phone cameras are crap, aren't they? They don't really pick anything up. But that's interesting, mate. Yeah, Ice to the Skies, man. Spookfest. Yeah.
Do me a favor, man. Send me. Can you email me the link to it, because obviously it was a live chat. I'll check it out, and if I like it, can I have permission to use it? 2 questions in one.
Grift off it.
Well, one man's grift is another man's treasure, eh?
Yeah. He's trying to make money out of it, basically. But no, that's interesting, though, Spookfest. That's awesome, man. Yeah.
If you call a couple of pennies, yeah, fair enough.
So,
I'm that rich.
Yeah. We're wealthy, mate. We're paid by
intelligence
agencies.
I'm happy to take a look over, and do I also have permission to use it if I like it? It just cuts out. I'll still write to you and ask you if I can use it anyway, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm going to sell it to Spielberg. This is the disclosure people want.
Yeah, once you're Saxon, yeah, this is probably me. Yeah. Actually, I'm more alert than anything, but I do have a bit of a cravings to sort of go back. But I know once I go back, it's going to trigger it. So I'm currently, nearly 4 months sober. No, pretty good hitting, isn't it? I miss those days when we used to get stoned together. Never mind. But at least I'm saving money. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm just spending it on books. So anyway, so talking about
speaking of books.
Speaking of books, today's topic is all about this: the Aztec crash that happened in 1948. This book specifically cost about £800 to £1,000 on eBay, and I bought it for 80 quid a few years ago. In fact, I might have done a live stream when I actually opened it up. You're probably thinking, did I read through this 1,000-page book? The answer to that is no, I didn't. But we're talking about this today, and I do have some photographs. Well, not photographs, they're actually like sketches from this event. But don't worry, we've got a documentary to show. A Well-Kept Secret by Rendell C. Stevens. Rendell C. Stevens, are you in chat? He's going to show up, I know it is.
Oh, please don't show up, mate. I got
So
no
yeah,
time for that.
he's gonna show up at some point.
I
Right.
did
So
say
first
though,
things.
I did say this. The sad thing is, man, he might have done some really good work, but because of his behavior, people like me don't care.
Yeah. This is it. This is it. So what I did do, I went through the book and I pulled out all the sketches related to the
Please do.
UFO crash. Yeah, I'll be interested to see Spook Fest, I should say. Awesome, awesome. So bring up this crude drawing of the crashed UFO with the aliens, with a guy that kind of looks like, I would say, um, who's the Spanish guy from Forty
Oh,
Towers?
sorry, Manuel.
Manuel, yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, you're right. So what is that?
So
Him peering into the craft?
that's actually Manuel peering through the craft. Yes, absolutely. So as you can see here,
Mr. Faulty, somebody's sick eating your soup, Mr. Faulty.
so if people are not aware, I'm going to read a very quick description, very badly, in regards of this. Okay, so obviously we're not going to talk about. I blank refuse to talk about Roswell. That happened in 1947, but a year after this, a year after Roswell in 1948, we had the Aztec crash. All right, so this was on March the 4th. Sorry, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, so in March of 1948, long before the modern discussion of UFOs and government disclosure, reports emerged claiming that a flying saucer had crashed near a town of Aztec, New Mexico, setting off a massive military recovery operation that remains debated to this day. So according to the story, a large disc-shaped craft nearly 100 feet in diameter was discovered in a remote area known as Hart Canyon. Canyon, whatever. Unlike
Canyon.
many UFO Canyon, that's right. Unlike
Canyon.
many UFO crashes reports, witnesses claimed that the object was largely intact. They even more astonishing were allegations that approximately 16 small humanoid bodies were recovered from inside the craft. The military allegedly secured the area, transported the craft away, and classified all information related to the incident. So the Aztec case first gained national attention through journalist Frank Scully, thus the 1950s bestseller book Behind the Flying Saucer introduced millions of readers to the claims of a secret government UFO recoveries. The book described advanced technologies, unusual materials and metals, and mysterious propulsion systems, and the level of secrecy that would later become familiar in UFO lore. However, the story soon became mirrored in controversy. Investigators revealed that some of the key individuals connected to the original accounts, including Salius Newton and Leo Guthertha, we'll get to these people in a sec. I screwed that last name up. Were involved in fraudulent schemes unrelated to unrelated to the UFOs. Critics argued that the entire Aztec crash story was fabricated, whilst supporters maintained that the fraudulent allegations only discredited certain individuals, not necessarily the possibility that a real event occurred. All right, so we're going to get all into that coherence in a sec. So I tell you what, let's just go through these photographs quickly. So we've got one here. This is real, by the way. What you're actually seeing is a real diagram of the crash itself. So we've got some aliens looking down, big ass head aliens. And it's kind of hard to work out from here. So it says artist Chan Johnson impression of other similar ETs aboard another ship observing our recovery efforts at Aztec. How the hell did they know that the aliens were above that? You know? And we have another one here. I mean, you wouldn't really want to get that close to an alien, mate. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't want to get that close.
I'd get close.
Would you?
Yeah, I get so close it's coming in my rucksack and coming home with me. That's how close I get. Could you imagine if you found an alien, how much that's going to be worth?
Oh yeah, bring it home. Absolutely.
Indeed. Forget
Yeah.
radiation burn and all that. It's coming home with me.
Yeah.
I'll be like that guy who's got Bigfoot in the freezer.
Yeah. Oh, we got to do that case. We have to do that case. Which is that one? That was well. Reminds me, chat.
I know you want to do that one, but I would be careful.
Did he sue?
People that make their living off of Bigfoot, I seen it with another channel, and I find them very funny.
You know what I mean? Right, okay.
I think you might if you want to do a show, and we'll talk about that. Let's get back to this.
But yeah. I just can't remember. I can't remember his name. Okay, I put alien and freezer. There you go. Alien.
No, put Bigfoot. Bigfoot in freezer. Let's see anybody got his name yet? In
freezer. Okay, fantastic.
Sorry,
okay, so we have people. This. That's all right. Mods Mayhem, how's it going? Nice to see you. And I missed somebody up here. Who's this? Hey, there he is, Brendan C. Stevens.
I wasn't giving him a shout out. I saw him. I saw what he wrote to. I bet you weren't saying that when you was behind bars to your fellow inmates.
Oh, sometimes you got to chuckle. I bought 4 of your books, Rendell C. Stevens. Cost me a lot of money. Anyway, next one here.
I wouldn't buy none of them, mate.
Oh god, these descriptions here, fantastic.
They've been on a sesh, man.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Even got a tree branch going through the actual craft itself. That's incredible. How do you know they've got windows?
Because they wouldn't have thought that. That's how they know. They were looking in. You can't you see it?
Yeah, I know, but I just don't understand why a flying saucer will actually have windows. I think the concept of that is
so they can see.
Yeah, but you think how they actually fly the craft? It's through consciousness.
Is that from Chris again?
Yeah, probably. Cabin window in the dome of the craft was broken out by a pole thrust through, which triggered a release and an access port opened. Dead occupants inside were found slumped over. Elaborated controls panel.
He's
arguments.
not dead.
You're fine.
Talking about Peter Kane. Peter Kane, write that down. Bigfoot guy, freezer.
Peter Kane? I don't think it is. All right, well, I'll have a little look anyway. I thought it was Doctor or something.
No, you're thinking of the alien. That's Dr.
what I thought.
Jonathan Reed.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, Jonathan Reed. Do you want to skip that one, mate?
Already, yeah. He's a dodgy one to do again. I've done him already. I've done him already. Right. Me and Ollie chatted about him.
I think we did actually.
The alien burrito.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, here's a description of the alien itself. It's got a nice smile on its face. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, well,
here we go. He looks happy, doesn't he? Just had a massive doobie. Next up, there are actually some alien. This is above script is very similar to that found in the Aztec flying saucer, and it was it's true hidden. Subsequently turned out to Dr. William F. Stanton Freeman. So could you? It says looking for space weed. Will pay handsome for space weed.
I think it says I've got space weed. No, I gotta say, man, I feel there's been some artistic liberties have been taken here.
I think so, mate. Yeah.
So something just don't sit right. But I'm believing this more than I'm believing our government at the moment.
Oh, absolutely. This, ladies and gentlemen, is an actual photograph of the alien itself. And if you think I'm joking. Yeah, this is a photograph of one alien body from the UFO crash. Stored this specially created view through case from repeated visual observation and study. Others were stored in cryogenic capsules and later recovered recovery. I'm not going to read too much anyway, but yeah, there we go. Hidden thoughts.
I'm just making it out. I'm trying to make it out now. So that bit there at the top's the head. So it's sitting kind of like in a fetal position.
Is it? I don't know.
I can't make out the bottom one, but that one there, the top bit here, right at the top, looks like its head, and it looks like its knees. Looks like its knees down here coming into his body with his hands like that, kind of in a fetal position.
I don't know on that one. Chat, thoughts? Sorry, I don't know, mate. I honestly have no idea what we're looking at. But anyway,
that looks very fetal position.
It doesn't.
I don't know what to make because the head, looking at that picture, it's bad, but I'm interpreting that the head looks human. It doesn't look big like the aliens that they're. But then again, the drawings of the aliens are artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
But the head looks more humanoid. But because of the quality of this picture.
Yeah.
I'm seeing fetal position. I'm definitely seeing that it's in the fetal position, but on its back.
Yeah. Yeah. I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Well, we'll come out of that. That's the last photograph I've got from that book, Aztec. We're gone. Hidden. We're invisible.
You moved too quick for me now. Hold on. I got it. There we go.
The government got us. But yeah, there we go. That was some photographs from the book itself.
Yeah. I'm just, yeah. That's a Rorschach alien.
Okie dokie. I tell you what, let's bring up the documentary.
Do you know your little trick?
It's not oh, actually.
See, I like the Jonathan Reed one, to be honest. To be perfectly honest, I think that what we were working with back in the day for him to fake the UFO craft that was hovering.
Yeah.
For him to fake that footage, that took some money and some ingenuity. I like the Jonathan Reed case. Yeah, I do reckon.
I don't know. It looks like I remember watching that years ago. It looks a bit blah to me.
What do you mean blah?
Fake, fakest and gayest.
Nah.
Oh, hold on. Is that the same documentary?
I do like the Jonathan Reed one. I don't know so much about the alien because I think he said something about the alien would get up and walk off, and these aliens kept on coming back to him, and all this stuff. I think he was saying. Yeah. It's been a long time since I did that one. Oh yeah. I forgot about that one. There you go. Now you mentioned the bracelet. Did you know about that one? That he's selling these bracelets. No, not selling them. He believed the bracelet could teleport him or some shit like that.
Oh yeah. I remember now. Yeah, that rings a bell.
Yeah. Oh, now that you mentioned the bracelet, now I'm back to thinking, you know what? I don't like Jonathan Reed no more. It's
a lot of wacky stories.
It's a bit like Billy Meyer and the photo he took from the past or some crap like that, the dinosaur photo.
Oh, this is it. Okay, tell you what, we're going to come out of that one, Hidden.
No, that's not it. Okay.
Oh no, wrong button. Hold on. We are going to do that one instead. It's the same one, but it hasn't got the thingy on it. Okay, 2 seconds. Sorry.
He's just setting up. He still hasn't got an ad blocker. We need the show. We need a show. What of Dr. Jonathan Reed? Oh, now see, if we just kept talking about the UFO, I'd happily argue with it, Nick. saying, Nick, man, I think this footage could be real. But I forgot about the bracelet. And the moment you mentioned the bracelet, I've gone back to my thoughts again. That Jonathan Reed.
Right. We Sci-Fi Central. Do they do copyrights? Because I got another. Because there is another one here that's just got a massive watermark in the corner.
Let me just pull it up and then let's see who they are.
Because I got the same documentary here on another channel, but it's just like a big watermark in the corner.
How big? Pull up the. Well, if another channel's got it, it wouldn't matter which one we play it, would it? Because if they're gonna, you get what I'm trying to say. Just play it, man. As long as they don't take us off here, they can have their pennies.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it doesn't make any sense if it's the same documentary, but you're just going to go to a different channel. They would have got copywritten anyways. So might as well play it from the original and give them the credit.
Okay. All right. Okay, fair enough. All right. So this is the Aztec crash of 1948 documentary. It says here, lots of hoax hidden. We'll see about that.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me,
This
Corbell.
is the small town of Aztec, New Mexico, located about 2.5 hours northwest of Albuquerque, depending upon how fast you drive along the often deserted highway. It's close to the Four Corners area, that geographic landmark where the states of Utah, Arizona, Colorado, and New Mexico intersect one another. Like most places, it has a story to tell. With Aztec, however, that story goes far beyond the norm. You might even say that the Aztec story is truly out of this world.
Is it too loud for you, everyone, in the chat?
No, it's fine.
These days, if you told a friend that you were off to New Mexico to visit the site of an alleged flying saucer crash, that friend would probably assume you were headed to Roswell. For the past 3 decades or so, this has been a pretty safe assumption, as the Roswell incident has become an integral part of American pop culture. But travel back in time to the late 1940s and early 1950s, and your friend would have assumed that you had a different destination in mind.
Oh no! Right, that's it. Sorry.
To law enforcement.
Got it. Yeah, so no more adverts.
Travel back in time to the late 1940s and early 1950s, and your friend would have assumed that you had a different destination in mind. Because long before Roswell became the most famous UFO incident, there was Aztec, the first of the crashed flying saucer stories.
The gist of the Aztec tale is that in 1948, a flying saucer complete with anywhere from 14 to 18 bodies crashed in Aztec, New Mexico, and recovered under cover of high secrecy by the US military. And in various formats and permutations, the tale's been circulated for the last 50 years. Some people consider it to be an outright hoax. Some people are sitting on the fence. Other people consider it to be genuine. Some people consider it maybe it's a genuine incident, but it occurred somewhere else.
The timeline of Aztec would be a report from the oil field workers a little after 5 a.m. on March 25th, 1948. Basically, the first report came in as a large brush fire on a mesa off of Hart Canyon Road. As the oil field workers got out there, they discovered a large disc, approximately 100 feet in diameter, sitting on top of a mesa. That had nothing to do with the brush fire, but because of the oil drip tanks out there at that time, people from El Paso Oil Company were notified that they should get out there to investigate the fire and any subsequent danger it could pose. Upon getting out there, they noticed a large disc on the mesa. The military showed up later that day, late lunchtime, early afternoon. The one local law enforcement officer had warned the locals that the military would be there eventually, that they had been notified.
The Aztec is a fascinating case because it was the original, if you will, crash flying saucer story. And it surfaced first in 1949 in columns written by Frank Scully in the Daily Variety. It ultimately led to a best-selling book that Scully wrote, and I think it sold something on the order of 60,000 copies in 1950 in hardcover, and then it went on to 12 editions overseas, and on and on and on. I mean, it was remarkable how successful it was. It's obvious he struck some kind of real chord. It was also total nonsense, and Scully was either one of these fellows who knew enough not to ask questions he didn't want to hear the answers to, or he was genuinely duped by a fellow named Silas Newton and a sidekick of his named Leo Gebauer, who became known as Dr. G in Scully's book.
In Frank Scully's book, Behind the Flying Saucers, which came out in 1950, he tells the Aztec story as told to him by Silas Newton and Leo Gebauer. Silas Newton and Leo Gebauer then introduced Frank Scully to at least 8 scientists that allegedly worked on the Aztec crash. Frank Scully took these 8 people and molded them into one Dr. G. The skeptics like to attack the story if they haven't researched it and say that Dr. G was Leo Gebauer. Leo Gebauer was no more a scientist than anybody. He was an electrical engineer that worked with Silas Newton. More of a glorified electrician more than electrical engineer. Frank Scully in his book plainly states that Dr. G is up to 8 scientists that worked on the recovered UFO at Aztec.
Essentially, these 2 guys were con men who were in the process of trying to peddle a doodle bug, which is an oil and gas industry tag for a device that will find oil and gas, but of course doesn't. And in his case, it was a machine that not only found oil and gas, but gold and water and pretty much anything the Mark was interested in finding. And on top of that, Gebauer had invented something similar, which also supposedly could assess the health of a person. So this was sort of an all-in-one, do-it-all kind of thing. But what they did, which was unusual and made their little bit unique, was that they claimed that their doodle bug was better than anybody else's because it was using technology that had been taken from the flying saucer that allegedly crashed near Aztec. And therefore, obviously, it was far superior. Dr. G, our friend...
Yeah. I'm just going to say that's the skeptic in this documentary, okay? And the other guy you just saw beforehand is the believer. So you're going to balance between the two. And by the way, there is an ad blocker now. I've now disabled the ads. So stop bitching and complaining for me. I have to download Brave because he has taught me if we put a little dash between the U and the T, you'll have no ads. And if people continue to bitch, I will take that out and we'll have ads. So it's up to you.
Right. Rent over, yes.
Yes.
All right. So that to me right there, because when I was doing the research into these 2 cats, that to me was the bit that I saw, was that they were alleging that some of this stuff that they're using was alien tech that they got from the crash, mainly a piece of metal.
Yeah.
So would it not let that resonate, because we like to give our opinions at the end. I'm sorry that it seems like I came to the table with my mind made up.
Yeah, sure.
But I got to that bit. But there are other interesting facts that I do want to point out. But now, but let's go forwards. And plus, it's good to pause it for the copyright people.
It should be right. It should
420,
be right.
Guys. I hope y'all are joining me.
Gebauer was supposedly a magnetics expert who was one of those called in by the Air Force when the saucer was tracked to ground near Aztec, where it floated to ground, not actually crashed, and presumably disabled by a high-powered radar somewhere nearby. Such was the claim. Anyhow, the whole thing was a total con job. And it was quickly recognized as such and then really exposed in detail in 1952 by J.P. Kahn, who was an investigative reporter. I think he was with the San Francisco Examiner, if I'm not mistaken. And he did a 4 or 5 month investigation in detail, including managing to con the con man out of an example or a sample of the mysterious metal that the saucer was made out of. It turned out to be the sort of stuff that you make pots and pans out of, actually. But, you know, he was a very, very, very sharp reporter who did a really good job. And True Magazine published his article in 1952 exposing these guys. And this led to the district attorney in Denver, Colorado, prosecuting Newton and Gebauer for fraud and various other sorts of associated charges. Anyway, they were convicted in December of 1952. And basically the whole notion of crash flying saucers went away. And people who take flying saucers, UFOs, seriously for decades wouldn't touch anything like that with a 10-foot pole until Roswell came along.
I think where some of the skeptics attack the Aztec story is why would 1, 2, or up to 8 scientists confide with Frank Scully? And that's an important question.
But this is.
But you have to look at who Frank Scully was back then. You have to look at how the media operated back then. We didn't have CNN. We didn't have national network TV. You had a very tight group of journalists, the Dorothy Kilgallons, the Walter Winchells, the Frank Scullys that, quite frankly, were the most credible people of their day in journalism. And that would probably be an automatic person that you would go to break a story like that. The other thing, if you read Frank Scully's writings, the scientists that approached him did not think that was going to be a secret for a long time. They thought that story would break within a year. They were giving Frank Scully a little advance on the Aztec incident.
The first UFO-related documentary I made was a biography of legendary Roswell investigator Stanton T. Friedman. If the Aztec incident has a Friedman, that is to say, someone with respected professional credentials who has chosen to undertake a search for the truth about the UFO phenomenon, it is this man, Scott Ramsey, a successful businessman from North Carolina. Frank Scully might have broken the Aztec story, but it is Ramsey who has rescued the tale from obscurity and who has challenged, after years of research, the long-held view that the whole thing was simply a hoax.
In looking at the story, that was one thing that intrigued me, was looking at the claims made back in 1950 by these 8 scientists. And one was the secret radar bases. So as we started to look into the claims that Dr. G was telling Frank Scully, and we compare to what we know now, when you go back 50-some years later and look at what we've been able to get declassified from the Air Force, the Atomic Energy Commission, somebody back then was definitely in the loop leaking good information to Frank Scully. It took us over, 50 years now of getting records declassified to back up the claims that they were making in 1950. One was the infamous radar bases, the top secret radar bases that were located in New Mexico. We went out searching for them in 1999 using topographic maps on if we were to put a radar base in New Mexico, where would we put it based on height, direction, location. And out of dumb luck, quite frankly, we found the first one near Albado, which is about, I guess air miles, probably 40 or 50 miles north of Los Alamos. We went to the Air Force, Maxwell Air Force Base down in Montgomery, Alabama, and asked for the records on these. At the same time, the state of New Mexico was doing a historical research on anything that had anything to do with the Cold War. So this became a perfect fit. We went down to kind of a dual purpose. They released the records, but we had a problem. The Air Force bases radar bases under the Air Force didn't exist till 1950. Well, we couldn't tie that to Aztec because Aztec, of course, was 1948. Looking at the records in great detail, we saw things like the first quarterly report for their capital expenditures. They needed a roof, they needed a water heater, they needed some improvements in electrical work. mainly some transformers. And we asked ourselves a question: if this base was just built, why would they be needing to requisition a water heater, a new roof on a building, and new transformers?
Good point.
So we went back and we did some digging, and turned out that the radar bases were built in 1946, which we have all the historical information on those. The Air Force did acquire the bases from 1950 to 1957, but the Atomic Energy Commission requisitioned those the radar bases from 1946 till they turned them over to the Air Force in 1950. There were three. We had Continental Divide, which is out near Gallup, Elvado, which is near Chalma, Tia Maria area, and Moriarty, which is due east of Albuquerque. That put up a perfect triangle around Kirkland Air Force Base, Sandia National Labs, and Los Alamos, which was the main purpose of those radar bases, was to protect those Atomic Energy Commission installations.
Ramsey, who has done a tremendous amount of research on Aztec, he found these places. You know, if you look at the history of the Air Defense Command and the setup of the lash-up radar.
What's up?
Do you think they were testing nuclear? You know, like the last show we covered.
Yeah.
What was that again? Sorry.
That was the Kingsman. Yeah.
They had the atomic program out there, and that's what they said. This could the UFO. Do you think they could have been testing the same kind of thing out there? Because that is desert land.
Yeah, New Mexico was notoriously known for atomic testing at that time around that specific area. I mean, bear in mind, this is a year after Roswell, but the explanation for Roswell was something to do with like a radar system.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I remember rightly as well, with the Roswell, there was actually a storm, and another theory that a lightning strike actually struck the flying saucer, what crashed at Roswell. But again, we are dealing with New Mexico. It's massive amounts of terrain of just like empty wilderness. Do you know what I mean? So it would make sense that was probably some sort of atomic testing that was actually happening at that time. I think they're mostly doing it in the 1950s, I think, to be honest, Hidden. But you could possibly be right.
Our system, which was the beginning of our whole...
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
No, because I'm just... Who had the radars first? Wasn't it Department of Energy?
Oh God, chat, help us out on this one. 1940s. I mean, the radar systems alone.
Because he said, I mean, he said they acquired them. The Army got them from another department, and it had something to do with And it's what made me think, could they have been testing nuclear stuff out there, and the radars were there to monitor the fallout?
Well, if you think, for instance, I mean, probably Moody would know about this, the radar systems that were used in Germany, that technology actually went to the hands of either the British or the Americans. Might be wrong on that one. And all, but probably all in it. So I would have thought the Americans, because they brought a lot of the scientists over. Could be wrong. Oh, here it is. Roswell. The two main stories that the crash due to the lightning storm was the first one, and then later the idea that the military radar affected the craft and it crashed. Moody, do you know what sort of radar systems they had? Because I don't want to sort of change the subject a little bit, but when you look at like Foo Fighters, and the explanation for that was like this high powerful radar system that would create this like plasma ball in the sky. So and I don't know, some pilots actually got radiation poisoning from this sort of device, or the radar system alone. So again, that technology can be brought over from Germany to America. Yeah, sorry, Moody, I bombarded you there, mate. Sorry. Yeah.
Continental Air Defense Radar System and all of that. There were no Air Defense Command radars at those sites at the time of the alleged crash saucer incident. But he found out that there were radars there, and they were under the control of the Atomic Energy Commission. They had something to do with some sort of vague, feeble attempt to provide for defense against air attack at Los Alamos, the national lab, the bomb lab. As far as the rest of New Mexico is concerned, there just weren't any such radars. They had them at White Sands. They had radars at White Sands for tracking captured V2s that they were launching down there and other things of that sort. But those were, again, these were World War II retreads, essentially. There was nothing exotic.
What kind of people did they have serving here?
I thought so.
Because it looks like a short straw kind of gig for me.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I first saw it.
I'm just going to hold it here. So Moody says, well, I know that the Brits took back the German high-energy radar during and after World War II. The UK captured one during the war in a special mission. I bet the US got some of the radar too. Yeah, I reckon it probably went all over the place. And even probably Moody, probably even like the Russians got it as well. But I know for the fact that there was in England... I forget the name. I know Simon Holland talks about it, where we actually were testing this sort of radar systems as well. So
it wouldn't surprise me if Russia had it first.
No, I think
it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm pretty sure the British had it, mate. I'm pretty sure the British. I don't know.
That's what we're told. That's what we're told. There's one thing that we're told and one thing that's truth in it. That's what I'm saying. Look at the logistics and tactics on there. I wouldn't surprise me if Russia had it first.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
God, you really had to do something wrong to get here. But boy, you look at the reports; these guys.
But one thing is, everyone's got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
The three bases. They had some pretty impressive resumes, let's put it that way.
We looked into the type of radar that they were using at these three installations, and especially Alvada had a very, very powerful radar. It was an experimental radar for the U.S. Navy. It was a high microwave, which all radars are. They all work on some form of signal microwave. This one was extremely powerful, and we even have the manuals telling the operators the do's and don'ts if aircraft were in the area. Keeping in mind that was a restricted airspace back in those days. This is the old power generation building. They had 5 diesel generators in here. They would pump the kerosene, the diesel fuel in here through the pump station, the pump house right there. And this was backup. These radar units took a lot of electricity to run. And these were backups. You can see from the slabs here, there were 5. Then all the...
Yeah, good point. Sorry for pausing, guys. Sorry. But yeah, in regards of the radar systems, the British had one. If you imagine the radar system, the little circular thing that goes around, it goes beep, beep, beep. It points up to an actual pinpoint of an aircraft on this radar dish, or the radar system is actually looking at. But the Germans had one like a flipping searchlight, so it was very, very high technology. And that is one explanation why we were seeing Foo Fighters in the sky. Sorry, I'm going to play the thing.
Switch gear and all the cabling that would drop down and go over to the bunker next door.
So that's the bunker over there, is it?
That's the main radar.
Let's go take a look at that.
Sure.
So this is a pretty powerful radar we're talking about.
Oh, yeah. When the Air Force took it over, it became the TIA Amaria. And then later on in life, Alvada.
Right. Gotcha, Mudo.
You ready to go in there?
Sure, let's take a look.
You're not afraid of bats, are you?
Well, I don't want to get bitten by one.
Yep, this is it right here. Probably won't want to go back in there.
Probably not.
I guarantee you don't.
Go in.
And so people speculate that the radar here was powerful enough to interfere somehow with an alien spacecraft.
That's a theory.
And might have brought it down. And they would have had similar radar stations, I assume, down by Roswell.
They had one in Corona, and if you read the historical reports we were going through last night, they also had one down at Walker, which was Roswell.
Right. Coincidence?
Yeah, maybe, huh?
Maybe.
If these guys came flying across millions upon millions of miles of space, if they flew from, or billions, if they came from another star and a planet around another star, is it likely that they wouldn't be shielded against the kind of feeble radiation that would be coming out of our radar sets? I mean, how likely is it that they would have forgotten about that particular part of the spectrum? And then they get here and they get shot out of the sky.
And people are saying, oh, they're dropping out of the skies. What is all this business? How could a sophisticated craft from far away crash? You know, we had 2 shuttles go, too. Very sophisticated craft. I think they may have run into the unexpected. It was a radar beam or all kinds of other things.
Indeed.
Accidents happen. That's the way it is.
Yep.
And I think if you look at the mothership descriptions, these huge monster UFOs, if you will, which are seen to have little ones going in and out of them, one big vehicle could carry a whole bunch of these little vehicles. And if they lose one, they lose one. Okay. Explorers, Magellan didn't make it around the planet.
Stargazer.
His ship made it. He didn't make it.
I think that Scott Ramsey has been a forerunner in this and has done some excellent research. When he started, there were a lot more skeptics than there are today. There were a lot of people who said they were crazy, that this was just a scam, there was nothing to it. And he's proved that there were radar sites, secret radar bases that were sending out microwave rays, microwave beams that could have knocked a flying saucer out of the sky and caused it to crash land north of Aztec. And he's proved that fact. So that gives it a little bit more of a validity to me, that there's some truth to these theories when you start getting the government documents in your hand.
Another intriguing fact is that the FBI file on Leo Jabauer, which has been declassified, the entire file runs for 400 pages, of which only 200 have been declassified. And many of the documents contained within the withheld material are classified for reasons affecting national security and the defense of the USA. Now, it's one thing for someone to be arrested and convicted for scams and cons and things like this, but it's a big leap for someone to be a con artist, then to find that the FBI considers them a threat to national security. And so this sort of begs the question, do the withheld documents contain far more on the Aztec case than has been published and put into the public domain by the FBI?
I think the fact that those files are still classified might be the result of 2 quite different things. One is that they really were involved in some stuff and had some information that for whatever reason they agreed not to talk about, but the FBI pressured them and so forth. That's certainly a possibility. Another is the general FBI attitude, the old J. Edgar Hoover attitude about keeping track of people and getting files and, you know, having power over them. And I don't know which it was. Newton was sharp, no question about that. Whether he stumbled across some things that he shouldn't have stumbled across,
no question about that.
I don't know.
A number of FBI documents make it very clear that the FBI and the Air Force at the time were following Newton and Jabauer very, very closely and were literally listening on their every word, were going out to conferences and lectures that both men were speaking at and wanting to know what the truth was behind the Aztec case. Was it a genuine incident, or was it simply a concoction of these 2 enterprising con men?
It's possible there's something in there that would bear on this and give us some answers, and maybe they would prefer, for reasons which may or may not be legitimate, to keep that quiet.
Certainly we can't say, oh, this is real because these con men told this story. But because con men told the story about Aztec doesn't mean that there wasn't an Aztec story to be told, a genuine one, a legitimate one. You have to be real careful about this guilt by association, or genuineness by association for that matter.
Con men, government cover-ups, conflicting stories. If there was a theme song for the investigation of the UFO phenomenon, it might well be the Beatles.
My old high school professor.
The Aztec case is the perfect example of this, both figuratively and literally in the case of Hart Canyon Road, which leads to the alleged crash site.
In looking at the story, one of the things that's come under scrutiny is the fact that the skeptics on the Aztec incident claim that the Hart Canyon Road did not exist in 1948. We know it did now. That would have been the stagecoach road back in the late 1800s on the way to Durango. If you go out to the crash site today, follow Hart Canyon on the old stagecoach route, you come up to what they call the Arkansas Loop or the Arkansas Bend. And on top of that plateau is a road cut through, allegedly by the military in 1948, to get the recovery equipment, the cranes and whatnot, down in there to retrieve the craft.
So this is the mystery road.
This is the mystery road.
Tell me about the mystery road.
Well, this road, unless it shows up on recent maps, has never shown up anywhere.
Right.
This is the road the military, or whoever the recovery operation was, allegedly cut to get back here to retrieve the craft.
Sorry for pausing. I'd probably be a good thing because of like copyright and all that. But yeah, Moody, what you're saying about the radar systems itself, as I'm reading back to old Foo Fighter reports, some of them actually got like radiation poisoning or some sort of effects from the radar systems itself. And people would say, oh, that's to do with the actual Foo Fighters itself. But if you kind of link what you're saying there, it makes sense that was some sort of advanced radar systems that could actually injure the people in the cockpits. It's like it was that powerful, basically. So it kind of correlates to, say, you know, fast acting cancers after a while.
And one thing, like, I'd like to take what Stanton Friedman said. One thing to take into consideration when that guy said, look, they would anticipate all this. We were experimenting with this stuff, this new radar stuff. We got the tech originally from Germany, but we were enhancing it. So all this stuff that was coming out, like you're saying, these guys were getting cooked, man. So
bombarded by it. Yeah.
Maybe there was something that this craft. See, I'm starting more and more to believe them now about this thing.
The actual radar system, the actual crash happened.
I'm starting to believe these two guys, because it's these two guys really that told the story. And of course you got Dr. G, but it's coming from these two guys whose pictures are in my thumbnail. Those are their actual pictures. Right.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I want. That's all that makes me. I'm starting to believe these guys. They may be con men, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you over a conclusion when we're finished, because it's interesting.
Okay. And this was in March 48.
That's right.
And this road, now most of the roads around here, you were telling me, it's oil roads and stuff like that. They're marked on the maps, the USGA maps, is it?
USGS, yeah.
Right. And this road wasn't marked on any of those maps until, if it is marked at all, until
very recently, right?
He's into the hiking trail.
So we've got a mystery road.
Yep.
And over here, we've got a mystery cement block.
Concrete pad.
Now let's go take a look at that then.
Very good.
Let's have a look.
Tell me the story behind the mystery slab of concrete.
Well, it really makes no sense why it's even here. It's on the average 9.5 inches thick. We did a core sample right at about a year ago. What we're trying to establish is how old the slab is.
Sure.
Does it fit into the time frame?
I'm sorry for pausing. Chilster, no, that was Russell Cullingham. That's Nick Renford, another awesome UFO researcher.
Frame of 1948. We've got rebar heavily fortified, 9.5 inches thick, rebar all through it. Early skeptics said it was a well cap. We've rolled that out. Obviously, if we had drilled through the concrete, if there was high-pressure natural gas under there, we'd know it.
So that's what they say. The skeptics said a well cap for natural gas.
That's right.
And there is gas and oil around here.
Yeah, all over.
Yeah.
But not on a mesa that's bedrock. You go a few feet under this silt and you're going to hit bedrock.
Okay.
The grouting is of local. It's indigenous to the area.
So they didn't truck it in. They just kind of got it.
They just used what was laying around here.
So if you're coming down the road, you're in a chop, you're in a hurry, cutting a quick road. Something's happening real quick. You just pull what you can find.
That's right.
From the local area. Okay.
Bring your Portland cement, your forms, and rebar, and be done with it.
Now, what's it doing here, though? Why, if there was a crash site and all of this, what is this?
When they cut the road, as you can see to this day, it's very silty. They had trouble with one of the crane arm supports, one of the legs of the crane. And the story goes was I had to pour this because the leg would just keep going into the sill, which, as you can see around here, is still a problem.
That's cool, man.
Sure,
No
I mean,
worries.
you can just walk over here and take a look at the sill. I wouldn't want to put a crane on that.
Nope.
All right, so you got a mystery road.
Yep.
You got a mystery slab. Roads allegedly cut by the military to come in here. Crane slabs allegedly put here to support, or the slabs allegedly put here to support a crane.
Yep.
What's the crane recovering? Allegedly.
A flying disc, allegedly.
A flying disc. Now, where's the flying disc?
All right.
Well, we don't know where it is now, but where was it back then, allegedly?
About 200 yards straight through.
Well, let's go take a look.
Works for me. Watch your
You
footing.
actually see the flying saucer there.
Not this time here. The recovery
Hey, got Aaron
group
pointing
that
to it.
was sent out to Aztec was a hybrid recovery that had been formed after the Roswell incident because the Roswell incident had been so badly botched with a news release. Basically, a lot of people at the base being aware of it, the newspaper running an article. And after the Roswell incident, this newly recovery group was formed. This would have been a very, very elite group. So they would never have another Roswell incident where they had some young guys at a base, even though the 509th was a top-notch base with top-notch people. It was 8 months later. Roswell kind of got botched, the news release, the press release. And the old timer I talked to that was in air intelligence said that we were dealing with a much more mature crowd back then, late 30s, early 40s. So they would never have the...
They'd never have another Roswell.
Yeah,
Press releases going out, young PR officers and that sort of thing.
Right. This was one of the best recoveries they had done to date.
I think Aztec is certainly part of the cover-up. I think after Roswell, they got much better at covering things up.
Yeah.
Making sure that they monitored flights of vehicles so that they would get there first, remembering that New Mexico is not highly populated. I mean, today it's less than maybe 2 million people in the 5th largest state, mind you. I think that the government made it a strong policy. They set up MJ-12, and they put the clamps on. And part of the keeping secrets is to lie and misrepresent and misdirect. That's standard practice.
That's what's going on right now, brother.
New Mexico, when the first atom bomb was exploded, July 16th, 1945, it was seen from 100 miles away. It was a pretty big bang. There were articles in the newspaper. Ammunition dump blows up. Nobody injured, fortunately. I've got some of those articles. They got good at covering things up.
They did.
What we feel, based on all the reports, this would be the epicenter of the crash site right here. It was virtually intact.
Right.
So was it a soft landing? Was it a crash? We don't know.
Now, there's a plaque over here. So this is a commemorative plaque of the
alleged incident.
Recovery at Hart Canyon. On or about this site on March 25th, 1948, the spacecraft of origins unknown crash-landed on this mesa. The 767th A&W radar base in nearby El Vado, New Mexico, tracked the errant landing to this site. A high-security recovery operation took approximately 2 weeks, with all remains being taken to Los Alamos, New Mexico, for scientific study and evaluation by some of the world's leading scientists. And Los Alamos is what, 2 hours from here? 2.5?
Yeah, about 127 miles as the crow flies.
Sure. The recovery of this craft by the U.S. government and military was one of the most secretive recoveries of spacecraft with origins unknown since the similar recovery in Roswell, New Mexico, 8 months earlier. Sadly, all occupants, as many as 16, died as the result of this crash, making full disclosure of both purpose and origination all but impossible.
That was put here in 1999.
3 years after the symposium started.
1 year.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
1 year.
98 was the first year.
Right.
So this is it.
Not much to look at, but
No, not really.
who knows what happened here.
A lot of twisted dead trees, a lot of broken off trees, and a big open space that about 35 feet wide, 110 feet long.
The only question is,
What crashed here?
did anything crash here?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
I love visiting New Mexico. Not just because I'm interested in the UFO phenomenon, but because its vast, empty spaces are so different, so alien, one might say, to my home, Halifax, Nova Scotia, a bustling cosmopolitan seaport on Canada's east coast. Out here, I sometimes feel that I'm at the edge of the world. And yet, there are similarities between New Mexico and Nova Scotia. Friendly people, for example, that might not be readily apparent, but which do exist. These common elements are also present in the Roswell and Aztec UFO incidents, no matter how much the skeptics might tell you otherwise.
Let's do a comparison of Roswell and Aztec. Roswell made the front page of many, many newspapers across the country. We had an intelligence officer who was given the release to go ahead and release the information to the press, later retracting it the next day. Aztec, we may have one newspaper article that made it out that has conveniently disappeared out of the archives. You hear the argument, we don't have eyewitnesses at Aztec. Well, we didn't have eyewitnesses 4 or 5 years ago. We have eyewitnesses now. Unfortunately, some are deceased. One key eyewitness that we had, and he's deceased now, was Doug Nolan. Grew up in the Four Corners area. At 19 years of age, worked for the El Paso Oil Company. Was in his truck that day, that over the radio, they had an old Motorola radio in the truck, traveling with his boss, Bill Ferguson. They were called on the radio to get out to Hart Canyon because of the brush fire, the infamous brush fire we hear about. Upon arriving at the crash site, they were told by other workers the brush fire is on one side. They were worried about a drip tank getting ignited in the brush fire. Upon arrival there, other oil field workers told them that it's not the brush fire you got to see what's laying up on the mesa. Doug went on to tell us all the locals that were there, the 2 police officers that were there, his boss, Bill Ferguson, who's probably deceased, although we're still looking for him. I had the luxury of interviewing Doug back that October of 2003, and he passed away December 7th. That we have an eyewitness. We have a deathbed confession. Doug had had 6 strokes from June until October. Was very slow and methodical in recalling the incident and appeared to be very credible in the interview. In the late 90s, early 2000, we were contacted by a gentleman, Ken Farley from Bat Cave, Arizona. And Ken wanted to talk to us. He was in very bad health. Randy Barnes and I met down in Phoenix, rented a car, drove up, interviewed Ken for probably 3 hours, took very good notes. Ken was very ill, on oxygen. He has since passed away. Ken told his side of the story that he was in Durango, passing through to San Diego, fresh out of the military. Met a friend in Cedar Hill, a drop-off point where he was to pick him up and keep traveling to San Diego. His friend told him there was a lot of commotion going on out on Hart Canyon Road, and they thought an aircraft had gone down. Ken and his friend got to the crash site and walked out to the western side of where the disc was. And at that point, a group of people from Aztec, the oil field people, 2 law enforcement officers showed up, who were already actually at the scene. And we found Ken's story believable, but we had a hard time digesting the 2 police officers. We figured today if you were out there and you called 911, you'd be lucky to get 1 in a reasonable time frame. No disrespect to the local law enforcement, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. And the fact that there's 2 police officers out there, we had a little bit of a problem with. We didn't write off his interview. We kind of parked it over in the holding pen until we got more eyewitnesses. And then in 2003, we contacted Doug Nolan, who had contacted Bill Steinman. It was one of the leftover leads Bill never got to after the book was published. Doug told an interesting story, which was very believable, backed up with names of other local residents. But about 3/4 of the way through the interview, he mentions the other police officer. And I stopped Doug and I said, what other police officer? He said, well, we had the local police officer and then another gentleman, young guy. Well, Doug was 19 at the time and said that police officer was about his age, slightly older. That police officer didn't seem to intermingle with the locals. So Doug went over and talked to him, and he said he was from the town of Cuba, New Mexico, which is southeast of Aztec. That police officer claimed he had followed the craft that night up what is now 550, the old Highway 44.
Whoa.
We dug into the details as best. Doug, again, was dying. He had had 6 strokes since past June. Doug also said he was going through who was at the crash site that day. Could remember all but 2 people because he didn't know who they were. And I asked him who, and he said 2 young guys, maybe 3 that stood at the western side of the crash site. At that point, that tied in Ken Farley's story, also backing up his claim about the 2 police officers. So we had stories that were now starting to connect with witnesses. In the winter of 2002, I was contacted by Glenn Pace. Glenn Pace was born and raised in the Farmington area. Subsequently, he was interviewed extensively by Linda Moulton Howe. Told a very interesting story as a young man delivering papers a day or 2 after the Aztec crash. Back then, the local paper was called The Hustler. Since then, it's now the Farmington Daily Times. Glenn recalls delivering papers with an article on the cover of The Hustler referring to ranchers find disc on ranch in Hart Canyon Road. At that time, that is one of a few years of The Hustler, there is no archived microfiche on. Years later, Glenn Pace was working down at White Sands Missile Range. Now White Sands
Larry Flint's publication.
And worked with Otto Kraus, who was a very well-known scientist of his day, but passed away in the early 90s. And Otto Kraus asked him where he was from, and when Glenn said the Farmington area, night after night of working out on the test range, they got to know each other pretty well. And Otto said that he was somehow involved in the Aztec UFO recovery. And doing research and looking into Otto Kraus's background, I believe he would have been somebody you would have included in that. He was a very brilliant man of his day. Otto made reference to Glenn that the Aztec recovery was one of the best ones the military had done. Again, using words close to, we didn't botch it like we did in Roswell. March 27th of 1999, I was contacted indirectly by Fred Reed. He had contacted the Daily Times and the Aztec Public Library and sent a very nice letter. He had attended the 97 symposium. And I subsequently sat down on the phone and talked to Fred for quite a long time. In 1948, he worked for the OSS, predecessor to the CIA. And Fred and his crew was dispatched to the Aztec crash site. After the crash was removed, matter of fact, there was no discussion of a UFO or a flying disc. They were told to go out and do a final cleanup of the site and to absolutely map and survey with great precision the entire area. Yeah, when talking to Fred, I asked Fred, well, what were your thoughts? What did you think when you and your crew got here? And he said, actually, we thought a plane had crashed, which would make sense with all the air traffic over the state of New Mexico, military at that time. He described the mesa back then, having just been there a couple days before.
How's it going, man? Nice to see you.
Looking back to 1948, that there had been large equipment out there, which they were told to not really re-landscape, but kind of retexture, get rid of all the heavy equipment tracks. Clean up anything left behind, K-ration cans, whatnot, which, by the way, later we did find some 18 inches down in the soil. Map the entire area, make sure a cleanup was well done, nothing left behind. and move on.
What was that he was
not
just
unusual
showing?
for his group in the OSS. Years later,
What document was that? It's the panpipe music, man. It's losing me as well.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it might be taken from that book, the Aztec book, because it looks like it's the same, like typewriting material.
18 inches down in the soil.
18 inches.
Map the entire area, make sure a cleanup was well done, nothing left behind, and move on, which was not unusual for his group in the OSS. Years later,
Don't get stoned and listen to
senior
panpipe
officers
music.
on what happened out at Aztec, and it was eluded that it was a rather large flying disc. They never came out and said that. It was a gentleman he befriended that was senior to him. But interesting, that's they were actually sent out to do a cleanup, and some of the interesting things that Fred
Now they're putting in waves.
We've always had a question of the cut-in road, the mystery road, and the concrete slab. And Fred said in 1948 it was quite evident that was a fresh cut road. And the concrete slab, which again was used to aid a crane leg, support leg, to get some object off the mesa. Fred and I made a date to sit down and have lunch and go over his service records and kind of go into the story a little bit more. And unfortunately, he died of a massive heart attack about a month later. He died in March of that year. April of that year.
A lot of skeptical people will come up to me and others and say things like, well, you know, do you really think that the government or any government could hide something as monumental as aliens for 50 years? You know, you give them too much credit. They're not that good. Our governments are not that smart. They can't keep a secret. You hear this all the time. I think that's utter nonsense. I think to ask this question betrays a real lack of understanding about how secrecy operates. For instance, to answer the question, can such a secret be kept? The true answer is yes and no. It's really both. It is yes, first of all, in the sense that secrecy protocols within the military in particular are extreme.
He's aged gracefully, put it that way.
Penalties are extreme. You sign away your constitutional rights in many cases when you are exposed to very, very sensitive classified information. And in many cases, this is binding for life. So it's not that easy to go talking about what you've experienced. But the answer, in a sense, is no, in the sense that leaks do occur. Leaks have always occurred regarding UFOs, right from the late 40s right on through to the present day. Stuff gets out. That is true. However, the real issue is if you're trying to manage this problem and you're trying to control the UFO problem, the real problem becomes not to slam that lid down 100% because that is impossible. The real issue, it seems to me, is to neutralize or make useless information that does come out. How do you do that?
One of the good witnesses that we've located who wishes to remain anonymous is a gentleman that I divulged to you. And he was not at the crash site, but worked behind the scenes out of the Roswell Army Airfield. Basically, his job was to review personnel records of the up to 200 people that worked on the recovery, and to make sure that their personnel files would not reflect that they were at the crash site. In other words, making sure that if years down the road somebody made that claim, that they could show through their personnel files that they were nowhere near the area. Like the Jesse Marcel case of Roswell, this individual didn't find us, we found him. Apparently, a lot of the UFO reports that were not going to Blue Book, that were going to this Air Force intel, were going to him. And as luck would have it, when we found him, he was still alive and was up until a few months back.
The skeptics maintain that this is all hooey, that you could never keep a flying saucer crash secret, that someone, whether on the recovery team or a civilian witness, would talk about something as big as Roswell or Aztec.
But
would they? And if they tried, who would really be listening?
One of the most intriguing ones I investigated occurred in early 1964 and involved the...
What's that name?
The last bit he said even if they did say what happened, who would really listen? That's the big thing.
Recovery of a small triangular-shaped object from a Midlands forest. And in this particular case, I tracked down various witnesses who recalled seeing military cordons and police cordons turning people away from the area. One witness who stood out more than any other literally stumbled upon the recovery scene of this object, which was being loaded aboard a military transport vehicle. And he was treated quite roughly by the military, had his camera and film confiscated, and was warned not to talk about this incident. This was February 1964, and he spoke to me in September 1996. And when myself and a colleague went to interview him, he'd had this, just before we arrived, he'd had this rather bizarre and kind of threatening telephone call from the Ministry of Defence, ordering him as a civilian not to talk to us about this particular case. And it did put him off speaking. He was quite frightened by it all. And of course, we hear accounts like this very often within the UFO subject, and you need to investigate each one on its own merit. What we did, through various checks and things like this, we were able to determine that he had indeed received a telephone call from the Ministry of Defence, one specific branch called the Ministry of Defence Guard Service. Now, this man is now in his 70s. He's just a retired washing machine repairer, living on his own in a small apartment. And he gets a phone call from the Ministry of Defence Police at 9 o'clock in the morning, warning him not to talk about an incident that he was involved in 40 years previously. Unfortunately, we were able to verify the incoming details of this telephone call to confirm that he did receive it. And so this kind of begs the question, what kind of incident could be of paramount importance to the British Ministry of Defence that 40 years after it occurred, someone is still keeping watch on the people who are involved in the case, to the extent that they're being told not to talk to civilian UFO researchers. And the fact that we arranged the interview by telephone, then that sort of brings up all sort of other scenarios about telephone monitoring operations to keep the story under wraps. And as sceptical as I was when I first got into the subject, even for me now, I've had events and occurrences like this happen so many times that, I believe there is a concerted effort on the part of a covert organisation buried incredibly well within the intelligence community to keep watch on the more sensitive and sensational aspects of the UFO subject.
Hi, CD.
I think there really was a crash there. I think that Scott has gathered a lot of witnesses. I think we've got
18
more to
bodies
find.
as well.
And of course,
Think
we're
about
racing
that.
the Undertaker and losing
16, isn't it?
Yeah,
Several
16. Important witnesses have died within the past year. I personally think that New Mexico would have been a prime target for any alien visitors. I mean, I make one assumption about all civilizations out there, as well as here for that matter.
I think
that they're concerned about their own survival and security. That seems to be a natural part of the development of any advanced civilization. Okay, that being the case, you have to keep tabs on the primitives in the neighborhood. But only close tabs, frequent visitations, detailed investigations, when they show signs of being able to bother you. At the end of World War II, there were 3 signs that soon these idiot earthlings, this primitive society whose major activity is tribal warfare, we don't look far to see that it's still that way, you don't need to look far for that, would be moving out, soon meaning 100 years, which on a cosmic timescale is nothing. The 3 signs were clearly nuclear weapons. You measure radiation in the atmosphere, it's easy to find. And V2 rockets, which obviously weren't being used to carry mail back and forth between Germany and England, and powerful electronics, radar systems in particular, which suddenly appeared on this planet. Used to be AM radio, which sticks around the planet, and now suddenly you've got radar beams that go outside. We're obviously moving along with development of electronic systems.
Yeah, I was going to say, Sadie, any good? I'll be watching it this weekend. What's your thoughts?
I don't think it's any coincidence at all that the only place on the planet where you could check out all three of these technologies in 1947 and 48 was southeastern New Mexico. That's where the first atom bomb was tested.
That's from my guitar.
Alamogordo Army Airfield, White Sands Proving Ground, if you want to call it that. The V-2 rockets were all being tested there that we had captured from the Germans.
There we go.
And we were modifying some to go up much higher and things like that. And that's where we had our best radar to track the rockets, which sometimes went south instead of north, even though they were supposed to go north. I would be flabbergasted if aliens weren't checking out the place.
Indeed.
So, New Mexico would have been a natural place
they got very interested in
but Roswell and Aztec remain controversial at best. Is there a related UFO incident that even the skeptics can accept as real? As it happens, there is, and it occurred just a few miles from Aztec in Farmington, New Mexico.
The Farmington Armada case is a classic in ufology. In March of 1950, a large number of people in Farmington, New Mexico, which at that time was a lot smaller than it is now, I mean dramatically smaller. I think now it's about 30,000. We're dealing in those days with maybe 3,000 people, if that. In any case, what they saw were literally hundreds of objects circling in the sky and zooming back and forth in formation, and most people describing them as being shaped like dinner plates, classic flying saucers, including one that was bright red. All the others were silvery. And the bright red one is interesting, particularly because as it led a group of these saucers away from Farmington off to the southeast, roughly, almost, actually more due east, but just a little south of that. A few minutes later, before any of this could hit the news wires or be on the radio anywhere, in Las Vegas, New Mexico, a group of postal workers were outside taking a break or something and looked up and saw a group of saucers whizzing over, and one of them was bright red. I think these people actually did see, indeed, who knows, was this a rendezvous point? Were they all dropping down from the mothership and then heading out to the 4 points of the compass, or what they were doing? I don't know.
He's not saying nothing
but I think they really did see something quite real.
See? The Farmington Armada, which involved lots of people seeing lots of stuff up there, lots of vehicles, if you will. Half the town, I guess, saw these things. Dr. James E. McDonald did a detailed investigation, found loads of people who'd seen things. Maybe that was the gathering place. I don't know, Four Corners area there? Who knows why they were there? I mean, who knows why people picnic in a certain area? I don't know. And it may be a staging area. Okay, you guys check out the nuclear weapon sites over there. And remember, pretty soon we were building testing nuclear weapons in Nevada, which is the other way from Farmington toward Roswell in the other direction. They had a great gathering laying out their plans for further reconnaissance.
Fantastic. I will continue. Yeah, I heard about that, Sadie. Probably a bit too long. But the question I'm going to ask you, is it going to give us disclosure? I'm still going to watch it, though.
And it was taken seriously by the Farmington Daily Times, as you can see by this headline, which ran on Saturday, March 18th of 1950. Huge saucer armada jolts Farmington. There were several witnesses to the event, and Lincoln O'Brien, the publisher of...
Never heard of this.
Hold on. No, I haven't heard of that one. But is that poster of... is it Spike from...
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? It's Spike from Buffy, yeah. I thought so. My missus fancies him as well. I thought it might have been, yeah.
Paper actually sent a telegram by Western Union to Ken Purdy of the True magazine. Whole City, Farmington, New Mexico, where we own daily, sees large force flying saucers. Airmailing you full reports. Story terrific, not fully developed. If you want to send man to Farmington, we will assist him in every way. So it was taken seriously at that time, and I think that was probably because there had been so many connections to UFOs in the late 1940s and early 1950s. And there are some people who believe that this saucer armada was actually connected to the crash at Roswell and at Aztec. We had the crash at Roswell in 47, the crash in Aztec in 48, and then the flyover in 1950. And several people believe that the saucers flew over in formation as a salute to their fallen comrades, because it did.
Oh, that's apparently that's linked to Antarctica. Yeah, speculation of the flyovers in 1950. I would agree, Moody. Anyone that promotes Richard Doty, don't trust them.
It happened in March, the same month that the Aztec crash was reported to have happened.
So, crash site here, we've already been up there. Saucers came in. Which direction allegedly?
The story says from that direction, over Bloomfield.
We get time already. We say
right
depends,
this
like,
right here where all the trees are damaged and twisted. Came to rest right here.
So there it is, the Aztec UFO incident, the first of the crashed flying saucer tales. But is it a fraud perpetrated by a couple of clever con men on an unwitting journalist? Or is it part of the greatest of all government conspiracies? The truth, as so often seems to be the case in the UFO field, remains a mystery. It is up to you to judge the evidence. I'll give the final word, however, to Scott Ramsey, the man most responsible for bringing that evidence to light once again.
And cue the
in concluding with the Aztec incident, you have to look at, I think we certainly have, look at the original story, look at what the skeptics have to say, take the original information that Scully published in 1950, which we've done, and then digest it from there. And I think we've proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that somebody with incredibly good insider information was telling Frank Scully a story. We've got a lot more research to do on the Aztec incident, there's no doubt. If our research shows that Aztec was a tall story that got out of control, we'll be the first ones to come forward and say that.
Slim Yin, I would say Richard Byrd's stories has been widely exaggerated through the UFO community over the years.
But until then, it's an open case, it's an open mystery, and we're going to keep going on
it. Oh, there we go.
Bravo.
That was good. I like that one. That was a pretty good documentary. I like that. The thing is, you looked at like both sides of the story here. Anyway, so before we played the other.
I'd be more interested in Farmington now, because even the guy that showed up that was a skeptic said, "Look, man, these people saw something."
Did you say Farmington?
Yeah.
UFO. It's a UFO crash, wasn't it?
Nah. There was just a mass sighting all at once. They were flying in formation.
I'll write that down. Have a little look at that.
But this was after the Aztec.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thoughts hidden. Well, what do you think so far? We've looked at like both sides of the equations here. We're dealing with con men. We are dealing with advanced radar technology. Are we dealing one of those cases like with Roswell? Something crashed there, but we don't know what exactly crashed. This is it. It's just like full speculation. All right, cheers, man. Thanks for that.
Yeah, we get our pens and papers out.
I got it here, do I?
No, I want to look into it myself.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Brazil one.
Right. Okay.
I still want to know. But yeah.
Oh, Dulce isn't far from Farmington. Okay, that sounds familiar. Farmington.
I never heard of it. I never heard of this, man.
Okay. But thoughts, hidden thoughts in this fascinating UFO crash.
Straight up. I looking into my little quick look into the case. Yeah. As soon as I came across those two characters, and I saw what leaked out now was what they did and what they said, because they like we saw in the documentary, they were con men. They were straight up con men. They said they had a machine that cured all, but they also added the fact that they had some metal alloy that was inside the thing from the alien craft. So, I thought, man,
big claims.
It's not, so you're convicted of fraud. it's proven that you're a fraud, you know, you're a con man. But does that take away from what you may have stumbled upon?
This is a tricky one, isn't it? Because there's no reliable witnesses of this event. Obviously, they'll all probably be dead now, aren't they? You think 1947? I mean, yeah, he'd probably still be alive.
So was Kingsman.
Yeah, but the Kingsman was 1950s, though.
Yeah.
But this is 1940.
Like my man said, they got better. They got better at it. Like Kingsman had no newspaper coverage, nothing.
But in terms of witnesses, no, there was one witnesses, wasn't it? There was one that was in the, like, he was silhouetted, wasn't it? I think we are, obviously the con men doesn't help the case whatsoever. But at the same time, you are thinking about, and I think it's a very good point that I mentioned about the technology, especially what downed this alleged flying saucer. That the fact that there was some high advanced, specifically German technology from World War II that was brought over. And yes, that can cause, obviously, what Moody was saying, fatalities of aircraft, and obviously, in terms of like cancers and all that with people, with pilots, that's like a slow progress. But at the same time, is there any viable evidence that a saucer crashed at that site? I have another video of the actual crash site itself, like where it is. I can play in a sec. Hello, Black Dot. Nice to see you, mate.
You know what, though? You know what,
yeah,
though?
Carry on. Yes.
All right. I don't know how to word this, because one thing was interested in is because all this because basically it is new technology they were testing out.
Yeah, relatively new. Yeah.
So I was wondering, because with how knowledge now, I was wondering to look into, now this is my stone writing, but microwave energy that they were using for the radar. Yeah. And what is, like, I don't know how to word this, but basically electromagnetic energy together, like, you know what I mean?
A two combination together, yeah.
Yeah, what could happen? Could there be a destabilizing force in there that could be bringing these crafts down? But if we look at the science of how these waves work together, does anybody understand what I'm trying to say?
Moody, does that make sense? I mean, what Moody was saying in the comment section, that the fact that you are dealing with direct energy weapons, like the first stages of that.
So could that be what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, in terms of like new technology of actually downing these flying saucers, probably they were working on that, not necessarily to actually down flying saucers, but
it's a happy accident.
Exactly, a happy accident. Yeah, it was just like right place, right time sort of situation.
Or not for the aliens, of course.
Well, not for the aliens. No, that's it.
That looked stoned. They're like, hey, man, come to Earth, man. This is what happens.
Yeah. Going back to what you're saying there, One True Saxon. Yeah, the thing is with Roswell, they say that there was two crashes. I don't think that was Aztec. That was two crashes on the day of Roswell. But again, this is why me and Hayden are not going to talk about Roswell, because it's just, there's so many books and so many theories and so many, so-called, I was there and I saw the alien craft and I saw this and I saw that. I'm sure, I mean, there's a documentary I got on Alien Addict called The Roswell Incident. In fact, I know that, in fact, Hayden, there is no copyright on that one. We could watch it on another episode, because it really goes into like people that were there, like young kids and all that. I'll have a little think, because Roswell it's just all over the place, man. You know what I mean? It's one of the oldest cases of alien crashes, basically.
Yeah, but you see, my thing about Roswell is there's so many gems out there, Roswell is always. You like UFOs? Yeah. What do you think about Roswell?
Roswell. Everyone talks about that. What do you think about Roswell?
Man,
I'm just like,
I don't know. Ain't you heard of Cloris out in Brazil? Ain't you heard of Kingsman? But Cloris out of Brazil to me is the best documented one I've ever came across so far.
Yeah, that was pretty compelling. Yeah.
So it's Roswell is just that's why it's been done to death. I always say it. It's been done to death, man. It's a good subject. It is a classic. You got that right, man. I agree. See, we both said it at the same time, so you owe me a Coke.
Yeah.
It is a classic, but I'll tell you what. Why don't we could have a Stoners watch party? Save it for I don't know. I would say the Halloween show, but it's not scary, is it?
I'll tell you what. Let me just go on my thingy-majiggy.
And we can invite Alien Bro back on.
Yeah. Where is it to here? I've got it here somewhere. Let's have a look. I just want to see if it's copyrighted. Because it was Channel 4. Alien Incident. Oh, no, it has got copyright on it. Bollocks. What was it copyrighted for, though? Unsealed Conspiracy Files.
While you're searching for them things, I have to say, you know that guy Chris that I don't like. What's his name?
Who? Oh, Chris Bledsoe.
Yeah, the guy that he really sucks, man, doesn't he?
my bless her, my mum sent me a video of Chris Bledsoe. I'm like, you do know who he is, right? And he was talking about orbs and all that. I was like, it's like if I showed that video, I'll get crap out of that.
I could forgive him for the orbs. I can't forgive him for predicting certain events that never happen.
Yeah, because it never happens. These predictions never happen. It's like Project Blue Beam, the Spiritual Awakening, etc. You know what I mean?
But at the top of the table, though, I just can't forgive Chris for stealing Edgar Casey. You always go to that, right? So,
what's that?
When he said about the lady told him all this stuff, and it was straight up stuff from Edgar Casey that Edgar Casey had said way back when. But anyways,
okay, fair enough.
You guys know. You guys in the chat know. We know what we're talking about. So this guy's consistently sucked, yeah. he has.
Yeah.
So I got a message for him. So you guys, if you want to let him know I said this, let him know and tell him which part to come. Here it is. Here's a message for Chris.
If at first you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed. Yeah.
Is that the Three Stooges?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Chris, I would agree. Oh yeah, suck it, Chris.
Yeah. Keep sucking till you succeed.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Hodad. Roswell is definitely pop culture at this point, especially in ufology for sure. Yeah, and I would agree with you as well, what you're saying here, that there's a lot of grifters in the UFO community. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
me and Chris is gonna have it, man. I'm gonna get him on the show so I can ask him to his face, man.
But the thing is, every time he talks about orbs, it's like he's the one to go to, or was that Ashton Forbes? One of the two. I'm just like, you've inserted yourselves in.
They're just sharing the same space.
Dear, yeah. Midu saying here, I remember before becoming a UFO prophet, Bledsoe was a dodgy, property developer. Yes, I've seen the video on that, mate.
You see that?
Yeah, he got. Bad, didn't he? Yeah. Obviously, if you're a con man beforehand, it pretty much goes to show, isn't it? He got taken to court by a bunch of scammed families. He lost the case, and it even made the news back in the day. Yeah, I remember that. I think there was a clip floating around on X, wasn't there? I think.
So Nick, this message goes out to you. I mean,
Waste you don't succeed, keep on sucking till you do succeed.
I'm gonna become a grifter now. That's it. I'm officially a grifter. Bunch of AI nonsense I'm gonna show now on Alien Addict.
There you go, Chris. There you go. Keep on sucking men till you succeed.
Yeah. Somebody put in a comment, I don't know who it was, that he flies like ACs and drones about. So yeah, it's
suck it, Chris.
Yeah. I do have.
You can't steal Edgar Casey's words and try and become a prophet, man. You can't do it. There was only one Edgar Casey, man. People gotta know.
I do have one more video here if you want to play it, but it's entirely up to you, Ray. You don't have to. It's only like 10 minutes long.
What is it about?
It's to do with the Aztec crash.
Curly. That's my childhood. That's my childhood, the Three Stooges. Because back in the days, back in the days, right? When I was young, I was probably about 8, 9. But these were the good old days when, you're pretty much innocent. And we had the Dollar Theater. And every Saturday, my mom would send me to the Dollar Theater. She'd take me there, yeah. And you were there for, 4 or 5 hours. And it was just reels of cartoons and reels of Three Stooges. And when the Stooges came on, Jesus, the place went up.
Yeah, I quite like the Stooges, I have to admit. Yeah. It's Size Eminence French, what you're saying here, mate, bored of grifter bashing, just ignore these now. But the thing is, they're so prominent in ufology. They are getting more more eyes on them than people that are rational, than trying to put like a rational equation to their hypothesis, if that's the right word. They're just not going away, and people just getting caught out. It's like with Michael Salla now saying that Amy Esperidge is alive. It's like, I'm not divert the conversation into that. It's like that. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Do you know what I mean? It's just, these people are in ufology and they're just not going away, But I understand ignoring them is one thing, but it just sucks, man. It really does. People are just doing it for clicks, likes, and views, isn't it? At this point,
everybody does that for clicks, likes, and views. We all do it.
Yeah, but there's no seriousness to it. There's no seriousness, Whereas
I just target Chris because I knew what Chris was up to beforehand. But the moment he came out with his crap about the white lady, told him all this shit.
Oh God, yeah.
And I knew what Edgar Casey had said because he's a guy that I looked into. I was very interested in his story. So I looked into him, and everything that he was spewing was word for word Edgar Casey. And I thought that's a travesty. And for what you have done to this man, call him what you will, but I liked him. And people I like, I will have pops at you for it now. So I'm not going to bash all the grifters. I'm not up here calling names and saying they're grifters. I don't care. That's their game. And you guys, you got eyes you can see. But I'm just always going to say it to them.
Yeah. Well, like Chillster's saying there. Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's. Me and Hidden were having this conversation before the show. I was in a bit of a bad mood, I have to admit, because it's like all these so-called grifters, all these people that push AI nonsense, and it's getting thousands of views. And here's me on Alien Addict trying to give you the history of ufology, some at least based research that I can, and I'm just a losing battle at the moment. It's like, shall I just start a TikTok channel with me dancing I'm pretty sure I'll get more views than Alien Addict at this point.
No,
Sucks, man.
Just start lying, like Chris.
I'm going to do that. I am going to do that. I'm going to lie to my audience, my community, and they're going to catch me out on that with AI nonsense. I mean, did you see that? I tell you what, did you see that photograph that was on X? And it was, I'll show you exactly what this is. It was on X. It was to do with the Brazilian UFO files that they released. And bring this photograph up.
I'm in the middle of rolling, man. I got more important things to do.
This is important. This is a real alien. I'm faking it now. I'm a grifter. This was put out on X, and it was either UFO Mania, one of the two fake Twitter accounts, and this was like a photograph from the Brazilian UFO files that was released a couple of days ago. That was from an AI video that was uploaded to YouTube or flipping TikTok, one of the others. And it was taking a screenshot. Do you know what I mean? This is what we're dealing with. It's like, I understand ufology is entertainment. Well, hang on, let me finish. I understand, ufology is entertainment, but you are taking the seriousness out of it, where people believe that this is real. And I made a video on this saying, look, this is where it actually came from, through a fake AI video. It's not the real thing. This is it, and you need people like me to call it out for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Because people are not.
It's kind of pointless, but you can educate yourself, because the moment you come across UFO Mania, right? Just go to his YouTube channel, look at what he puts himself as, and he's got it in big letters. This is purely a fictional channel.
Look at that face. Yeah.
So you're not really gonna get any truth. Sometimes it overlaps, though, I have to admit, because we've covered the same stories.
Yeah.
Or the same videos. I call them stories because I try and get as much information as I can out of them. But if you go to his YouTube channel, all he's got links to his sources is his website.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, but he's an entertainment. So when you pull him up, and I have seen that picture, but it was 2 seconds, man. You look at it, laugh, move along.
Yeah. I mean, Scooby Dooby Gooby, what you're saying here, are you not entertained? No, I'm not. Because no one is. I mean, when you're pushing crap like that and disinformation, and you're just a clickbait farmer, you are not helping ufology. Like Moody is saying here, AI has truly muddled the waters in ufology, I should say. And this is it. No, it has. It has hidden massively.
There was shit going on before that, man.
Yeah, but you think how easy it is now to fake anything. And this is what I'm seeing on why, X.
All right, we had a video come up. Twice this has happened, right? I didn't put it on my channel. I wanted to put it on my channel. One of my rules that I have by putting videos on the channel is sound. So if
from cockpits,
if there's no audio, it kind of makes me say, why? Now I have spoken to people in the past that say they don't want their voice, or I may take the audio out because there may be a song playing that's giving me copyright.
Yeah, sure.
Reasons. But this one, it came up with no source. It was sent to, the usual, sent to me by a friend. What is this? And it looked good, but no audio. And the length, this is what I'm trying to say again. These AI videos, they're only like 13 seconds long. So that throws it, because people are filming videos, but the length of time, there was one today that popped up. It was only 10 seconds long. Even they said, we appreciate you stopping to film this, but you were seeing something that's a once in a lifetime event. Why did you only film for 10 seconds?
Exactly. Yeah. You want to, like, for me, if I saw a UFO or unidentified flying object in the sky, I mean, sorry, it's the same bloody word, I understand. You want to film the whole thing from beginning to end. You want to see that object disappear. This is it. If you've really had that experience before of actually spotting an object in the sky and you don't know what it is and you're getting excited over it, you're not going to pan the camera away, But the thing is like, who's saying it here?
Well, sometimes you do see some people. They have good presence of mind to say, "Look, I'm filming the area," so you can get a sense of dimension, sense of feel. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when you zoom in, you're not doing it a justice. I mean, I've seen videos in my time of objects looking like they're flying through, the power lines that you see up in the sky.
I've seen that, yeah.
And they turn out to be spiders.
Yeah, I think I've seen the ones, mate. Yeah,
it's because they're like hanging off of webs, or like they're moving, and it looks like they're zipping. And it honestly does. It's
But the thing is, with, like I mentioned in my previous video I uploaded on Alien Anecdotes, that the fact that last year was like the pinnacle point where you see these people that fake stuff. For instance, I've got my pictures right here. For instance, the Boogosphere turned out to be fake. Been saying that all along. You had James Intergalactic Metallic Dildo was fake, which I said it was. And then you had the Panama Mexican goo. Remember that? The Mexican goo? So you had all these people. But the thing is, what you need to understand is that all these people got thousands of views. Thousands of views. No, it's not. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not helping ufology.
Even Brazil. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many subscribers and views they get. That's them, man. Let them do what they do. You know what I mean?
It annoys me, Hidden.
People are going to start. The only way in this game that people will figure out is they got to find out for themselves. And these guys, I mean, the Brazilian goo guy, he did it for laughs. And surely if you bought into that as being real, man, you do need to check something out, man. He did a good job. He did a really good job at it, but not for one instance. We even showed it on one of the live shows. And I said it then. I don't believe this is real, but it's going to be a good watch.
Yeah, but the thing is, you had all these big UFO channels that get, thousands of views, 100,000 subscribers, taking it seriously. And it's like,
it's the job.
Where is the logic? Yeah, but I know, but where is the logic into this? Like, no one's thinking. It's like putting it out there because I feel like Chillster was saying, for clicks, likes, and views, therefore money.
But we all do that. We all do that.
I don't.
I'm not putting out. So you're telling me that you're not putting out a video for nobody to watch, for nobody to like?
Nobody's watching my videos. Nobody's watching my videos.
So you got 0 views.
Not necessarily, but with a subscriber account of 13,000, and I can barely reach 100 or 200 views, really goes to show something that, I know I'm not going there, but do you see what I mean? It's like people want to hear,
for instance, I do videos for clicks and views. I edit my videos together and I source the materials, so I hope that people do watch them, and I hope that people do like them.
Yeah, but the thing is, Hidden, you put the sources, you actually have at least some sort of based approach to what you're putting out. This is it. I mean, like Sheepapop, I should just be myself, really, and sometimes it's
that's it.
Yeah, I understand. But the thing is, it's like we're not seeing that in ufology. It's just like, okay, I need to generate money. It's like, okay, I'm going to put out this fake AI stuff and have this fake approach of saying, oh, this could be real, this is good. It's like, no, it's not. It's fake and gay. Like, understand that, just call it out for what it's worth.
Mate, it's like that, what Bob is saying. It's like that, man. It's like that. We're all fighting. It's how it is, man. It's how it is. You just gotta find your way. Look like a person like Christina Gomez. She's found her way. You gotta find where you're comfortable, and don't worry what other people are doing. That's how I feel.
So if I look like Maria Orsic with massive tits, I think I'll do a lot better. I think.
Doubt it, because nobody. You see the sad thing about this game. Yeah, that's what you're looking at. to draw. See, I think you can keep it real in this game, and I will always try and keep it real. But keeping it real, you're taking a hit now. But I don't want that crap on my channel, and I can't. And one of my other things that I don't like, that I said I wouldn't do. I don't want to put out videos insulting other people's shit. You know what their playground is their playground, and what they choose to do in their playground is down to them. I had a conversation with somebody. I don't want to do anything, drop names on this one, but I basically told them, because we were talking about Scott Warren. Yeah.
Who's that? Rings a bell.
Scott C. Warren. You guys know his channel anyways. Nice guy, and I mean this in no way of an insult, because he's a genuinely nice guy to me. I know a lot of people don't like him, but he's a nice guy. But anyways, I was having a conversation with this cat, and I said to him, because he said to me, why don't you do these kind of things? Because Scott C. Warren's doing it and he's getting the views. And I said the thing is about me and Scott, he gets away with a lot of stuff that my subscribers, my viewers wouldn't allow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's showing you stuff that you can have an explanation for, that has been debunked even before he's put it out. But his viewers are like, yeah, man, yeah. So, you know, I'm not hating on him. It's his playground. It's not mine. I can't lower my standards. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I've learned so much. I've learned so much from you guys. You know, as you do see in all the videos, I do interact with you guys. And if you guys are telling me, look at this, look at that, look at this, I will look at it, because I want to solve it too, because I like videos where I can't debunk them.
I understand. I understand what Sheep Pop is saying. Stop focusing on others. It's not productive. I understand.
That's it. That's it, Nick. You're an island, man. You're an island out here. Every so often, my little boat will float over, but you're an island in YouTube, man.
Yeah, tiny little dot, like the dots we see in the UFOs.
No, I don't mean it like that, man. You're not a dot. You're an island. Islands are massive. Australia's an island. You're an island, man. Just worry about you. Worry about you.
Yeah. It's just like for me, I'm sorry for bitching, guys. I'm sorry. It's you know, I try to give something unique to my shows, to this show as well. I know we play videos and stuff like that, but it's trying to go back into the past and bringing you magazines, like old documentaries, especially like stuff from books, like all the German flying saucer research that I've done is all based upon original material. It takes me days literally to plan a show out. I've gone back to pen and paper. I've got and I just find it degrading when YouTube is not helping me out at all, you know. So and I shouldn't really focus on views, because I have a good community on Alien Addict. Same with this one here. You know, we have a good community going. But sometimes I just feel frustrated.
And suck it, Chris.
Yeah, suck it, Chris. I blame you, Chris. But no, you see what I mean. I just find it's like, but yeah. Sorry, I've been a bitch then. Sorry.
See, I'm lucky in my way, because I'm always searching for that nugget, man. And every so often I come across it.
Yeah, but for you, as trying to find decent video footage, it must be like hard now, because it's just like, go back to AI. It's
not even just that.
Relentless.
It's not even just that, but AI's got a feel to it. At the moment, it's got a feel to it. And to be fair, I've only been caught out once with the AI, and I quickly took the video down.
Oh yeah, I think you showed me that one. Then.
And it wasn't the AI; it was actually the chicken, because somebody pointed out that the chickens they don't make noise at night. they go to sleep.
No, I didn't know that. I eat chickens, so.
Well, I didn't know that. See, this is about learning, though, isn't it? That's what I'm trying to say. I had to look it up because I didn't believe this guy. I looked it up.
Yeah.
And it was correct. He was correct. He said the only reasons why chickens will be up at nighttime is high light. But once it's dark, they hide.
Right. Okay. Oh, thanks, Black Dot. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
So I knew if they put in some wrong audio on that video, then the video itself was hinky. It was actually a good video for a triangle-shaped UFO. But it did fool me.
Was it just birds, was it?
Nah. I reckon it was AI.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Yeah. Birds disguised as AI. Think about that one. Oh, yeah, Bob, I'm still going to start doing presentations again. Yeah. I've got another 4 books arriving. One should be arriving tomorrow from America. I want to do some like deep dives and presentations. So, yeah, go back to me normal thing. And also my magazines as well. Started to buy like a load of these like UFO flying saucer magazines. Some good stuff in it, mate. I have to admit, not 1970s, but yeah. But no, I honestly, because every time I go try to find current day ufology, keep updates to what's going on now, I go on X and all I'm getting is AI. It's just like crap. It's just like, oh, just go away. Like,
it's always, look, it's always been kind of something to some point. You understand? This AI is just another thing. But because I think I get what you're saying, because I think with AI, it's all done at a fingertip and people who can afford it. So that's why there's more and more. Back in our days, it was stupidness. Have you froze, Nick? Oh, there you go.
No, sorry. I was looking at chat then. Sorry, mate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, clearly. I miss those times, mate.
No, I think it's because the easiness of it, but a lot of it is shit, man. To be fair, a lot of it is shit.
I mean,
sorry.
I was going to say, if you go to like these Facebook pages where I try to promote Alien Addicts, I just saw Moody's comment. That's why I was froze. So I was like, you mentioned Island Boys. I'm like, right, I understand. Are they like in a relationship? Anyway, forget about them. When you go on these like Facebook pages, it's like clickbait nonsense.
Please don't show us. I know you're looking to show us, but we don't want to see it. Please spare us.
No. Just to sort. Hold on a minute. I forgot. I was just going for my screenshots here.
Are you even screenshotting them?
Yes.
You gotta walk away from it, man. Just walk away. Be like
I did at the end.
Just go in the bush.
Like the Island Boys, yeah. Oh dear.
No, Homer Simpson. Island Boys are batty boys, man. Sorry. Is that a PC thing to say?
I haven't heard that word in. I think once you Saxton used the Batty Boys. Yeah. Nick's pornos. They're not pornos. They're decent magazines on UFOs. Oh, where is it? Come on. I swear I got out of here.
It's really. Hold on. Oh, see, I can't press.
Really? Trap pussy.
Is that really what it's called?
Is that what it's called? That's a new one to me, mate. I haven't heard that one before.
I'm gonna have to look into it, man.
Don't let me Google it. Fine, I'm Googling it. Let's see. Read. Let's have a look. Oh my god. I'm not even going to go there. Are you having me on, One True Saxon? Because I put that in and it did not come up as that. Let's put cannabis at the end. Hold on.
What's that website? Hold on a second. Let me think. Leafy. No, is that what it's called? Leafy.
Nothing to do with.
Go on leafy.com.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Go on leafy.com. If it's a true strain, it'll be there. He's saying he swears, man.
He swears by it. All right. Well, I'm sorry. What I'm getting now, thank God I'm not sharing my page, because it's not that at all, mate. But there's some like strange names for weeds these days.
Yeah, I've never heard that one, man. Now I'm intrigued.
Now you got hidden intrigued. Well done.
35. Whoa. That's some strong stuff, man. What magazine? What website did you go on? There's one. I'm sure it's called Leafy. I haven't been on the site in ages.
Someone was smoking like the highest weed when I was outside Sainsbury's. And I just had like flashbacks of our shows. I'd have taken like the biggest deep breath in. I'm like, that would do me for the time being. It smells so good. And my missus is like, it stinks. I'm like, well, yeah, that's a heavenly smell.
I get
blow that
too.
Smoke in my face.
I get that problem.
Green Tea, I don't have a Discord channel.
Discord is where the fun happens over at mine. We have memes. I have a Discord channel. Links in the description box, I believe.
Yeah, Green Tea. I don't have a. Unless Alien Addict's got an old Discord one, but no, I'm. Let me find out with Ollie. I'm not too sure about that one. But no, Green Tea. I haven't seen anything.
They're saying that Green Tea's saying that they've shared some of your videos on Discord.
Oh, you shared. Sorry, that's not me. Say hello to my cat, everyone. Say hello, darling.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Green Tea. Much appreciated. I should read comments properly, shouldn't I? Really? Yeah.
And I'm the stoned one. So that's it.
I think that's it. Yeah.
I saw you did something on the Brazilian UFO. What did you think of that?
Oh yeah, mate. I'm not too sure. Purely because the guy itself. Well, there's a few videos. There's one that's a really good shot in the background, which is not from the guy. It kind of reminds me of one of the old UFO sightings. It's on one of the videos he uploaded. It's called UFOs, best UFOs caught on tape or something like that. And it's like flashing lights in the distance, which looks like a UFO or some sort of landing on the ground. And it kind of reminds me of that. But that guy specifically is an Instagram influencer. And when he was interviewed, and actually showed the clip on when he was interviewed through a Brazilian news channel, he's almost like smiling, he's giggling, and I don't know, Hidden, because we are dealing with Instagram influencers, which I cannot stand that word, by the way. I'm an influencer. You know nothing about the world. All you want is his attention. Not saying necessarily that's the same case with this guy, but I'm just very wary, mate. I'm very wary, to be honest with you. What's your thoughts on it, mate? What's your thoughts?
Well, I said it on the last live show, right? I don't know if you've seen the dives into it. Not him, not a personal attack on him, but a dive into the site in itself, right? So I said it on the last live show because somebody asked me about it, and I said, look, I don't like this one. Something ain't right with this one. Right. So what's been going on in the past week now is they've got the location of it.
Yeah.
And there's a farm in that area. And this farm, it has like lights outside.
What, flashing lights? Is that?
Well, it's not necessarily flashing. they're still lights, kind of like imagine you know, like these. Only way I can say is like they're Christmas tree lights, the big lights. I can,
right.
If you give me 2 seconds, if you want to see the video.
Yeah, go for it, because I can show you what I think it resembles of, basically. Yeah, go for it.
The guy went out to the farm and showed you it. And I kind of think this is the best candidate for this one. Because I never liked it because he kept on taking away from the camera like he was interviewing himself. Did you notice that?
Yes, good point. You mentioned that, actually, because now you're saying that, it kind of reminds me of what you're saying there. Yeah.
And I did say that to you. I did say that to you guys, that I didn't like the fact, because he's got a UFO, he's gone inside, gave an interview, and then went back outside, and lo and behold, it's gone. Right. There's a lot of David Gross stuff.
Oh God.
I know. It is what it is. I could have a day off because they're going to talk about it again tomorrow. Or no, I'll tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be Disclosure Day. Oh. Was Stephen King telling us that? Not Stephen King.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. Oh. Was he telling us the truth? The film the government tried to silence. That's a good title. Come on, where are you?
I'm trying to find this footage that looks just like what you're saying there. Is that it there? Oh, yeah.
God, I should have saved it, but I just didn't think I would talk about it because
I got it.
I just feel I don't want to hit the man's character. And I know there's a character assassination going on.
Right.
And I don't think that's what it should be about. It should be about, okay, let's look at what he's saying. So again, like with the Ukrainian video, out of the footage, they got the location on Google Maps. Oh, God, where is it? So much crap.
That's Canada 901. Okay, I got one here. Okay.
Do you? But I can't watch it because I'm looking for this.
All right, tell you what. Bring up this here because it gives you a bit of time to find out your video footage.
Hold on. We're in the ballpark now.
Yeah, Discord. Yeah, I'll probably just not go with Discord, to be honest with you. I just haven't got time, really.
Discord is a weird mistress.
Mm.
Where are you? Don't tell me I searched here for nothing. Because I think I'm in the wrong forum. Bollocks. I'm not going to know where it is, to be honest. I'm in the wrong forum.
Are you looking for his video footage?
No, not his. Because another person went out to the farm to show you that it could have. He's not saying it is this, but he's saying it's a possible candidate. And when you look how the farm's lit up.
I see.
You know, this guy could have misidentified something, and maybe he's got so much attention now, that he's got to roll with it.
This is the thing.
I think that's the scenario that's played out here, but I still just don't. I never understood why. Again, you're seeing a UFO. Fair enough, he did film it for a little while, came back in the house and gave the interview. Let's see if it's
bring up this video, mate, just quickly, just to show people what it. I think this might be the same thing. All right, check this out. Right, so this is on Alien Alex channel. This is UFO's best evidence caught on tape from 1997. This is a sighting from 1991. Check this out.
On a small farm, a pulsating, glowing craft was captured.
A small farm hidden
on video by an anonymous source.
There we go.
Could this be the first videotaped account of an alien spacecraft landing on terrestrial soil? Bob Exler, a former NASA mission specialist, received the tape in the mail along with strange documents and a fingerprint from a source known only as the Guardian.
In my judgment, the so-called Guardian case is one of the most sophisticated and well-documented UFO cases in history. We have a videotape with some physical evidence from that. There was enough information in the package to suggest a landing site where the event occurred. We found witnesses, eyewitnesses to the event. This was clearly a disc-shaped object with some rather unique-looking appendages.
We don't know what that really represents, but it clearly is the overall shape, and you can see that because the flares in the background are illuminating smoke, which are backlighting this object.
Navy optical physicist Dr. Bruce Maccabee determined that the craft hovered.
So you see here, kind of looks like that, mate. You know what I mean? It does.
Because you can clearly see there's an object as opposed to lights in the background of the forest. Those look like flares.
Sorry, I'll mute it.
If you go back a bit, you can see the flares. He's right, but what is there? Who put them flares there? What's?
Oh, there on the left.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'll pause it. Boom, there. That what you're talking about, flares?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. When I saw that Brazilian one, it kind of reminds me of this sighting here from 1991.
No, that one's better.
Just what I mean? Like I've been saying, is like everything.
You definitely got an object. All you got is lights in the forest with this Brazilian thing.
Yeah, true.
And I wish I could show you the farm, because now when you see the farm, you'd say yeah, because all you got is lights. That you got something that you can tell there's an object there. That one's better.
There's Casper. Do you know Casper's site?
Yeah, he's all right. He's cool, man.
Yeah, well, he's done a.
Where's Alien Bro? Where's Alien Bro, man? We had this conversation. We were gonna show Casper sign, do a fourth wall. But I was gonna find a video of him doing me, so I could be reacting to him doing me, reacting to me. Do you get it? Lost Nick now.
Sorry, no. I'm basically. Well, I can show you the farm with the lights in it if you want to. It's on the Casper site. I'll just put the thing up if you want it.
Let's have a look, man. Let's have a look.
Okay.
How you doing, Casper? That's my video.
Right, check this out.
Marvelous stitching that. What is that, guys? Okay. Now, somebody has debunked. Well, I say debunked. Well, yeah. Somebody is. I hate using the word debunked because, again, in my opinion, debunked comes to somebody's opinion, or like it has to be true, hard, cold facts.
That's right.
Check this out. This image here is what people are suggesting is the visuals that he's seeing. Okay. Now, let's go a little bit deeper than that. Bun KLR has posted this, right? So here's the image of what he's seeing here. Okay. Now, someone said, do you know what? Those lights are this.
Está bem alto aqui, então ele mora sentido para cá, entendeu? E aqui são as Aqui
oh, no,
é a recepção da Chácara Paraíso, ó. Nós está bem no topo, bem na altura, se vocês estão vendo.
That's the video.
Aqui são as luzes do camp, né? E aqui nós está bem alto, bem no topo de um penhasco aqui, ali embaixo um penhasco, né?
A galera tá pedindo.
Ah, okay. I see.
And you got to take into account for the wind. The trees might have been rustling, giving it the flickering effect.
Yeah, true. It's like when car lights are from a distance.
Right? Yes, there is these like glowing ball lights that they've got here, yeah? Look at these things, these bright things. Could be. However, if you go back to the footage again, right?
Posta do som. Olha isso ali em cima das árvores.
These things are sprinkling, glittering green and white and blue and...
Peraí, gente, o celular não vai focar muito, tá longe. Olha, gente.
I know for a fact that the camera phone can actually do that when you zoom in. It's not even in focus.
Vocês estão vendo isso? Tá piscando monte, gente. Isso tá em cima da serra, ó.
I'm not convinced. I'm not too sure if that's it. That's something else. And guys, this goes deeper. It really does, right? So, Truth Poll breaking.
Oh God, Truth Poll. Oh God, here we go.
Breaking news. Not written by AI.
Whoa, dude. Right,
UFO sighting by Brazilian influencer Make Leong has returned on Sunday night. The same object appeared again and is currently being live streamed on his Instagram. This follows his initial May 31st footage of the large disc, subsequent IBIN contact, and reports of suspicious vehicles near his home. The live stream shows a bright anomaly in the night sky above the area.
Ó, gente, estão vendo aqui, ó. Tem isso aqui muito similar.
See, this is a better one, and it looks slightly different. And I got to be honest with you, this one looks more like the video of the guys showing his house or his location.
Tá no chão, aí tem uma do lado, tem essa e tem mais uma outra aqui em cima, ó. Estão vendo aí, ó? Acendeu. Gente, eu acho que isso aqui são pessoas, tá? Só que, gente, nada pra mim. Não sei, gente, o que é isso aqui.
I want to know if those lights are still there the day after, in the same position.
Mas não é, pra mim não é a mesma coisa que eu vi aquele dia, não. Até porque tá muito mais claro. Eu acho que talvez, sei lá o que fizeram lá. Ó, estão vendo que tá piscando aqui, ó, acende uma luz do nada? Que estranho, gente, muito estranho isso. Só que, gente, ó, é um iPhone 17, tá? Tem bastante zoom. É o zoom máximo. Eu não sei o que é isso, gente.
No. Sponsor hidden underbelly. You must.
This video is just him showing you another time at night of where you don't see these lights, okay?
Gente, vou contar um negócio pra vocês. Eu acabei de sair aqui fora, porque eu tava escutando uns barulhos aqui, uns negócios. E daí eu vim aqui no mesmo lugar que eu escutei aquele negócio aqui em cima, aquelas, né? Aqueles barulhão. E eu tô olhando aqui se eu tô vendo algo. Gente, eu acho que eu tô vendo algo. Pera aí, eu vou dar um zoom pra vocês verem. Gente, vocês estão vendo algo ali?
So you don't see it anywhere there. However, like this thing here, by the way, is like it zooms in a minute and then it shows you like a title of some sort. But you don't see any of these lights here right there now.
Tem um pontinho. Pera aí, gente, eu vou gravar com a câmera.
There's nothing. Now, a YouTuber by the name of
Alien Addict,
Luciano Tigre. Okay, he actually went to the location of where Mike saw this UFO. So you can have videos of saying, yes, this is my building, you know, right here. These are the lights that he's saying. But this dude actually went to the location. By the way, make sure you go.
Oh, and by the way, Ollie said I look like him. How dare you, Ollie?
Go over to Luciano Tigre and if that's how you pronounce his name, subscribe and do the thing and show the love, okay? Check that, mate. This dude's gone hiking to prove this, all right?
He lowers it there, see? So from that vantage point of Mike's house located over there.
Oh, okay. Right, okay. So there's Mike's place there.
you are able to see that spot right there. Did you see what I said, folks? Why can't you reach the edge? Look at the size of the crack there, my friends. Look at the size of the crack there. If I go right to that little edge there without knowing what I'm doing here, all of this could shift with me on top of it, folks, because look at the fracture there. It was inevitable. I didn't get close and came to look from here. Look there. I still have a lot to learn, but I already have a lot of experience in nature, in the woods, and that's why I ended up doing this, okay? This is the view I wanted, which Mike saw was hovering in this region here. Right.
So where's the house with the lights?
He was below those peaks. So this whole area here, if I were to a sweep someday, I'd have to go in there through the treetops to the treetops.
Did something come out of the caves?
I'm seeing that nothing is very, very different. It's not drawing much attention.
So this basically, like, I've been on a roller coaster journey about this. At first I was like, ooh, shiny lights, he's found a UFO. Like loads of Brazilian people finding UFOs, which I'm going to show you in a second because it escalates, mate, right? To then, oh, hang on, I think it's somebody's house. To then, hang on, I think it's a UFO.
There's a location which is quite mystical. I already knew it from other walks. Look there. A little downward curve that the guy even made in a video. It's in that position there, folks. It's just to help us sectorize it. So the machine, or the light, or whatever it is, was here.
That's mental. Well done to you, sir, for walking all that way just to prove something, man. Well done to you.
Yeah, but was that the exact coordinates? This is it. Is that like the exact place?
Well, it looks legit. Like he can. He's pointing it out, like he's showing you the ridge cuts. So I think it is.
Yeah, but the thing is your perspective from looking at the video footage from what the guy was filming, the lights in the distance, compared to when you're actually there. Just saying.
But now this was another
one thing
UFO.
though. There's no farm there. So I'm with Casper on that.
Spotted in the same period of time, okay? 3rd of June. Again, posted by Red Panda Koala. Check this out. Are we looking at the same thing here? Maybe? Look at it!
Now that's some bright lights.
Isn't there one under a bridge as well?
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like what you were saying earlier, Hidden. You're just getting 10-second clips. You don't see what actually happens with the lights, what actually does. It's just you're not seeing the full perspective of it.
It could be Ramstein.
And I know what some people are thinking.
So, mate?
It could be Ramstein.
Why has it got lights? We've gone over that. We've gone over this many, many times before. Maybe to try to blend into us. Maybe because they need bloody lights. They ain't got night vision eyeballs. I don't know. Some sort of navigation system. Some sort of warning system. Some sort of, hey, we're friendly system. Why not?
Agora eu tenho que ficar com medo das coisas que aparecem no céu, porque o povo tá dizendo que são alienígenas que vão me raptar. Tá repreendido.
Mate,
eu não sei o que é aquilo ali.
Brazil is hot right now.
Eu não acredito. Ah, sei lá, eu não acredito, porque eu não acredito nem eu sei mais. Só sei que eles são... Não tem casa, não tem civilização, não tem pista. Eu não sei que dia acho que é aquilo ali, porque ele é só árvore, montanha. Gente, é só montanhas com...
So that, yeah, again, right up in the mountains, the bush, no civilization, there's nothing there. What the actual F is that? That's what she's saying.
Tem vídeo de dia pra vocês verem.
Do you want to continue?
I don't know.
Well, there's one underneath the bridge. Hold on.
Does it get any more?
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait for it. I think this is the one you're talking about, the one underneath the bridge.
See, I'm kind of with Casper now. That guy walking over there, I'm a bit convinced now. There definitely weren't no farms around there. That's for sure. So that takes that one off the equation where I was.
Ó, o rio, tamanho da ponte.
So I like this one. I saw this one.
Não, gente, as luzes continuam lá.
Of the crash landing.
Aquilo ali não é a lua, galera. A lua. Ela aparece aqui, ó, onde tá claro, tá vendo? Olha ali. Olha a força dessa luz, velho. Agora que porra é essa aqui?
And what the hell is this, mate? Right? The aftermath, yeah? The same location as Lyon. Now watch closely to this, man. Watch closely.
We're watching,
man. Como se tivesse alguém, velho, se mexendo.
I don't know, man.
Agora que porra é essa aqui?
Reflection.
Olha lá, como se tivesse alguém, velho.
Do you know what? I was thinking exactly the same thing, mate.
Se mexendo.
Reflection, Casper.
Notice something that I saw, right?
What?
What's this little dude?
Agora que porra é essa
Who's
aqui?
this?
Probably the guy walking
Olha
around
lá, como se tivesse alguém, velho.
Because it's a reflection.
Mexendo.
Thing is, that's like borderline pareidolia at that point.
Is that like some sort of portal? Is it manifesting in there?
No,
What
it's
is
a
that?
reflection. It's a reflection.
Como se tivesse
Hell
alguém,
yeah!
se mexendo.
Come on, Casper, brother.
A strange object spotted streaking across the sky in Brazil, leaving people divided. Another one recently.
Media.
Surrogate posted this on X.
Thank you, Surrogate.
Look at this.
Let's see what you got here.
Come on.
And it's going too slow for media. Hold on.
I see that all the time in the sky. I filmed that yesterday when I was doing sky watching.
Andando, mamãe. Fica quietinho. Mamãe, você tá escutando?
Brazil again, 2026. The triangular UFO.
Estamos aqui no centro da cidade, Barbacena, acabando de ver um objeto triangular, rotação sobre o próprio eixo, 3 pontas, parece um objeto sólido, mas o zoom é que é complicado, as condições atmosféricas agora, com o sol quase no zênite, dá essa desconfiguração.
It's called a balloon.
Can you see the string? Hang on, I'm really intrigued by this, but yeah.
Captação aí e captação, né? Fica distorcendo.
Mate, this has got something connecting it. It's like some sort of energy connecting it. Look at it. What
Fomos pegos de surpresas aqui. A gente não tava com o tripé, não tava montado. Mas tá bem nítido, dá pra ver.
Remember,
um objeto sólido rotacionando em direção sul para norte.
Beauty. You can literally see the string hanging underneath it.
Some hen party. Or nowadays, stags, you just don't know. Some sort of party.
What is going on here, mate? What the actual F is going on here?
You made
Look at the state of that. Mate, one of the best captures ever.
Oh, all right, that's enough. I can't. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Man, Nick, I wanted to see where it was gonna go.
No, that was the end. That was the end. All right. Do you want to watch the last bit? All right.
Do you guys want to see the last bit? Plasma strings.
Oh.
The best one ever. Oh, Nick. No. Yeah.
Hold on.
How long we've been going? Oh, Jesus, man.
Where is it to? Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay. Right, you got it? Right, last little bit. Go on.
Mate, one of the best captures ever. So we've got Mike Leong doing his thing, okay? Here's these critty clackety groans and clonks from the forest, which resembles the Disclosure Day bloody thing. And we all know there is theories out there as to, does Steven Spielberg know a little bit more than he's letting on? Right? Okay? So he hears these things, and then in the evening he sees this thing. We get a YouTuber who's gone to that location and says this is where he would have seen this thing. You've then got debunkers saying, actually, no, mate, that's my property, that's my house. You've got random people popping up to his house in dark black cars, you know, wanting to talk to him or whatever. Is it just fans? Is it people that want him to be silenced? You've then got mysterious sightings around the same area at the same time. Irrelevant, not even talking about the other huge, popular, famous sightings that Brazil's had. What do you think, mate? Right? And what is this thing here in bloody... this thing? What's that? What the hell is that?
I did a video on that, what was it, 4 months ago. It's interesting. That one's interesting. But I did a video on that 4 months ago.
Balloons. Well, I'll keep my eye out on this Brazilian lights and all that, but
it is interesting.
Yeah, but I do not trust Instagram influencers. I don't. Anyone that calls themselves an influencer, you just lost my credibility. Straight up.
Not a lot of influencers call themselves influencers. It's other people that give them that label. I was once called that when I was for a long time ago when I had a sponsor. And the guy in the meeting called me an influencer, and I said, I'm not an influencer. I'm an
it's like, do I have a man bun? It's like, do I have a man bun? No, I don't. Influencers.
It's what it is. But the thing that you have to take also into the equation, it's a tool as well that other generations or other people are using. You know, and it's hard now to do it. Like, I won't go into TikTok because it's just a long-winded thing where it's not worth my time.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I'll go on Reddit
every so often something comes out of TikTok, something good, or in my opinion, entertaining. But sometimes something comes out, man. I scan the forums. I even have a little gander in 4chan.
Even there as well, yeah. Bloody hell.
Yeah, 4chan is getting really interesting. You know.
I don't go there, mate, to be honest with you. I'll leave it to you, brother. You do it. You do the hard work for that. But yeah. Yeah, but sometimes I'm on Reddit, just have a little gander. What pops up on my notifications? It's like, yeah.
Reddit's all right, man. Reddit's all right, but you gotta just. I don't want to say too much about Reddit, but Reddit's all right. You just got to be wise about it. Be wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Conan.
But I do like Reddit. I do like some parts of Facebook as well. There are some parts of Facebook that have people in.
Facebook's faking gay, man. Honestly, it's terrible.
Just where you got to go.
Yeah. I guess so. Like there's a lot of AI generated nonsense, unfortunately, on there.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. There ain't a platform that you can't say it ain't there.
True.
It's just everywhere. It's just some run it more than others, or it's just where you're looking. I mean, the thing with YouTube now is there's a lot of AI channels. There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, it's just relentless. It's absolutely relentless.
I mean, it did catch us out the once. Well, it caught me out. No, it didn't, because we said it was. Never mind. So I'm still not. There we go. But I'm gonna say goodbye now because I'm pretty stoned.
That's cool, man. No worries. Oh, bloody MySpace! I remember that. You used to click on the pages. You used to have like the music, or you used to pick the music for that. Yeah, I had a lot. There was a number of. I was in a rap. No, I was in a hip hop band back in music college, and there was all the music on MySpace, and it's gone. No, that's it. It's never to be seen or heard again, which is a massive shame, really.
That was the first place I dipped my toe in, was MySpace. I had a page.
That's like 2007, 8, isn't it? That sort of time period. Yeah.
That was the first time I ever dipped my. It was really good though, because I was there when Skype first started, and that's what got me in the chatting thing, because they had Skype rooms, and you could just pick a topic, and talk about. People, you could have up to 100 people come in the room. So oh yeah, man, it was amazing. And I would do I think it would have been Wednesday. That's why I got this Wednesday thing. I used to do a show called A Friend with Weed is a Friend Indeed.
That's very hidden, isn't it? That sounds very hidden underbelly. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, it was an open forum. It was an open space. This is what Skype tried to do. This is their downfall, though. This is where the problem happened, right? So, my shows were called Friend with Weed. Friend with Weed is a Friend Indeed, and it would be volume 1, volume 2. So we had a cool crowd from all around the world come over. But what happened with this freedom of the rooms was a lot of nefarious shit was going on.
In what way?
You think about it, always. Terrorism.
Oh, right, yeah.
Far rights, and I mean very far rights. And then also the child stuff.
Really? Bloody hell.
Yeah, they shut it down. They had it. I think about a year I was on, and then they just boom, they cut it all out.
Right.
Yeah. But Skype used to be one of the first places. It was really cool.
Sounds awesome, mate. If they're still doing it now, probably not.
No, they're not. I was there right till the end, because I actually enjoyed my shows. I looked forward to it. Because you'd book a room, and then it would you would just advertise. But like, as you do it every so often, like on a Wednesday, people knew what time, so the people would tune in. And like, you know how we set up these live shows, you could also set them up 24 hours in advance.
Yeah.
So people knew where to find you. So I had a set audience that would come in, but I started seeing on the internet what was going down, where they were talking about the Skype thing, and a big ring got built. So I think it was first, because I think around then it was ISIS going on, radicalization, and they had rooms in there that was conducting all this stuff.
Bloody hell! Wow.
Oh man,
that's all.
Dude, they were having really bad things about children. So just think, it wasn't like videos and stuff, because you couldn't share files and stuff.
Yeah, it was a conversation about it.
Yeah. So there was a lot of stuff, a lot of the racist stuff that was going on as well. I mean, I stumbled into one room and it was a racist room, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? I quickly just got back out.
God, Mustachio Man was there, like, and it was just like, whoa, wrong place, man, wrong place.
Yeah. One of the I couldn't even repeat what one of the guys said. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't.
I was like, what? I've never heard something so foul in my life. And people are just sitting there entertained by this. Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. You get to see like the true horridness of people, isn't it? You know, how far they will go and what's acceptable.
See, I've always had this way of just, I once you do it once, I'm not there. Like my shows was really cool. Like people, there was a dude that could play the piano, and he'd say, "Yo, can I play you guys a song?" And we'd get stoned and he'd play a song. We'd bust jokes or talk about life. Sometimes we talked about conspiracies, because I've always liked conspiracies. Like if you had to pick one conspiracy, what would be your favorite one?
Oh, God, hidden. I think it would be 911. That's the one that got me back in 2007. That's the one I was like, something's not quite right here. And then my veil of reality broke. And then, crazy time when I look back at it, But I think that's the one that really set the trigger, basically. Yeah.
There's always
that was big back in the day, Martin. You think 2000, that time period, everyone was talking about that conspiracy. Unlike now, where it's all over the place. You know what I mean? So.
Well, I don't think it's all over the place. I think at the moment, if people can see what happened.
On that day, what 911 I'm talking about?
Yeah.
No, that conspiracy, mate, is all over the place. Believe me when I say that. Believe me, there are so many different theories now, and everyone's just arguing with each other about it. Sheepa Pop know what I'm talking about, because it went from thermite to nanothermite to nukes to holographic. Now it's like direct energy weapons. It's like, and all those people are just arguing with each other. Trust me on that one, mate. You see what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. I just stay away from that, because you look at the evidence, and the evidence are there's more strong evidence for thermite charge.
No, you need to look into Dr. Judy Wood. I'm sorry, mate.
I look at what I've seen, and I've seen how I've seen demolitions of buildings, and those went down in a controlled manner.
There was nothing left of that building. That was just dust. I urge you to look at this book, Where the Towers Go. It's very, very compelling. Mate, cars don't melt in the street. You got trees next to cars, and all the cars are literally melted. There was a car park down the street, and all that hit it was this dust cloud, and all the cars are melted. Sorry, a falling building doesn't do that.
No, hold up now. That weighs right into a thermite charge.
It didn't burn the people. It didn't burn the trees. It didn't burn the flags that were still waving.
But the heat, I don't understand. What are they alluding to? A direct energy weapon?
Yes.
But then it wouldn't have. It would have still had the same effect, wouldn't it?
What do you mean in terms of dustifying a building?
No, not dustifying the building, but burning the surrounding.
It in certain areas, but there's certain metals that were affected. I mean, if you got thermite, a pile of thermite that's left in the buildings, why do they have oxygen hoses going over the so-called heat? There's pictures of these oxygen because they had to put the fires out, obviously when the buildings collapsed. But if there was thermite, piles of thermite, that was so hot, why did they got oxygen hoses going over?
So what melted the steel?
Energy weapon.
Yeah, but you said it turned it to dust.
Yes, through an energy weapon. It's a cold. This is what I mean when it comes to the conversation. You have to look at the book. Where do the towers go? The lady, Dr. Judy Wood, has gone into massive amounts of detail into that. There are so many things that don't make sense. There were specific metals that were affected on that day. Like I said, trees, plants, flags didn't burn. But again, you got a car park full of cars that was a mile down the street it was hit by this dust cloud, and all the cars are melted from the inside out, like completely burnt, rusted. I'm sorry, a collapsing building don't do that. The people didn't get burnt. There was one guy who was actually in the towers when it collapsed. I'm not joking, said there was a firefighter behind him, and as the building collapsed, you turn around and the guy was gone. Like that. Sorry, thermite doesn't do that. If there was thermite and explosions in the buildings, that explosions would have rattled throughout Manhattan. You don't see that. You just hear a rumbling. Besides, if that building collapsed through free fall, you should have seen a pile of rubble 16 foot high, but you don't. You just see a very, very small amount of...
Have you never seen a building come down on a controlled explosion?
Yes, and what will happen? You will actually have 60. Yes, you actually have a 16% of debris left over, which technically, if you look at the towers itself, half a million tons of debris. You should see it stacked up 16 stories high. You don't see that. You just see it the base of the lobby. Secondly, why was there a safe completely melted with unburnt paper hanging out of it hidden? No, but the paper was unburnt through a safe that was completely melted. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
It was a controlled explosion, man.
No, it wasn't, because that would have rattled throughout Manhattan. You would have heard those explosions. To make a building turn into dust, because that's what it did. It didn't free fall. It literally just turned into dust as it all went down. That's all it was.
Man. It free falled, man. I've seen him. I've seen him.
Weapon.
Nah. See,
yes.
holographic. I've had a strong indication about the dew, and the only evidence I've ever seen was in China. Some factory blew up, and if you look at it, there's a crater. There's a crater. There weren't no crater created. That was a controlled explosion. Your eyes can see that.
There were like holes in the actual building. There were, like, if you look down through the view down, there have got these massive circular holes. Honestly, if you really look into where do the towers go, and it is so compelling. I mean, I know it sounds quite far-fetched, but there's weapons out there that can, it's a bit like the Hutchison effect. It's like cold fusion. It can melt steel, but it's cold basically. But it's almost like an energy weapon.
Man, what do you think the Star Wars project is? The Star Wars project is basically a weapon system. Believe that from a stoner.
Well, I've actually got one of these magazines here from 1980s. Actually, what's interesting about this, it talks about, hold on, Hidden. This is what you're actually talking about here. So here, Star Wars linked to deaths of British scientists, and it talks about Ronald Reagan's Star Wars program. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And in here, funny enough, it actually talks about missing and assassinated scientists linked to the actual program, which is kind of what we're seeing today.
Wouldn't surprise me. Would not surprise me. You think about even people like Pablo Escobar was smart enough to know, once these people build my tunnels, I'm killing them all. So if that's how Pablo Escobar is going to operate, how do you think the government's going to operate?
Yeah.
So, you know,
silence.
I'm not saying anything that hopefully I'm going to end up in taking a dirt nap for, you know, like a hit and run. But the Star Wars project is a weapons. It's a weapon system. It was initially set up. It was initially set up to defend us against. Well, defend. I don't know how far it stretches, because you don't know why Elon Musk keeps on sending up these things. But I don't know how far it stretches. I don't know how far it stretches. But it was set up to defend America against the threat of nuclear attacks. So if say Russia was to fire a missile at America, Star Wars could come in and shoot it down out of the sky.
Yeah, it was called the Strategic Defense Interactive, which was almost like creating like a shield, like a dome over America.
But
using space weapons.
But in order, the best way to me to understand it now, let's kind of take the schooling of Pablo Escobar. For me to understand this, what I would do is the best form of a defense is also an offense, where you would span these out over your nation. So imagine now if you had the technology to have these things all around the world. You just got a grid. So the moment anything tries to come and strike you, or imagine if you wanted to blow up a building. The technology is there. How advanced it is anybody's guess. But Reagan, definitely 100%, I know it's old stuff. You know, but
compared to what they got now. I mean, there is a documentary online, as not a well-known documentary. It's called Star Wars in Iraq. Okay, and this was a documentary in what happened in the war in Iraq. I think it came out like 2006. And there are actual pictures. I am not joking when I say this. There's pictures of dead Iraqis. Obviously, they're dead, but all their skin but they're all cremated, completely cremated. Their skins, but their clothing, but they're still in their uniforms, untouched. And one of them's even got a piece of paper, hanging out his pocket.
That's when they were suspecting they were thinking they were using this microwave gun they had.
Exactly. That sort of technology they have, and were tested on Iraqi people, and that is the sort of that sort of effects that disintegrate the World Trade Center.
Did you ever see the other tech that they had? The video of the cloak guy jumping into the tank.
Oh yeah, I showed that on Alien Addict, isn't it? There was this tank, and you can see it looks like a invisible, like soldier. Well, it looks like bloody Predator sort of thing, isn't it? Like Invisible Predator. Remember that in the film?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. God, that's an old clip, mate. Yeah, I remember that back in the day. Yeah.
No, but that was from that conflict, wasn't that? Or am I thinking?
Yeah, Iraq.
Yeah,
it was back in the day. Yeah.
So some of that
clip, yeah.
Do you want to see it again?
If you got it, yeah. I mean, it saves me searching for it.
You know, funny enough, man, I do have it. You know, funny enough.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let me grab it.
But it makes you think, you know, with like Starlink, is it just for communications? Is it just for the internet, or is there something that they're not telling us, which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Really, because I swear to God, here there are so many satellites,
so much launches, and everyone seems to be launching.
Everybody, yeah, this is it. So is it like a 2.0 of the Star Wars program from what Ronald Reagan put out? Do you know what I mean? But just more advanced tech, basically.
Yeah. I tell you, one of the biggest my favorite conspiracy, yeah, and I won't go into it, was always the end of days, the prophecies.
Are you going to try to get me triggered, Hidden?
No. But I'm just being honest. That was the one. It took me down a mystical path.
Yeah, but we've been hearing that for bloody ages, mate. You know, since I was a kid, isn't it? I mean, I've been hearing like it's same with like Project Bluebeam. It always gets brought up every year. It's like it's not going to happen, you know. So I remember seeing. I actually showed that video footage of the invisible rack. Yeah, it was in Iraq, wasn't it? 2006, I think. God, mate, that's nearly like 20 years ago. It's crazy, isn't it? Think about that.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
Where isn't it? You think?
There I am. Oh, I got it. And I can't find it.
Shall I have a look? You're stoned.
I just can't find it. I know I got it. Because the thing is, I did a video.
Is it underneath invisible in your category?
No, it's going to be Russian invisible jet.
We've got the wrong video then. So I'm talking about Iraq.
No, I know. But are you looking in my channel?
No. Do you want to have a little look?
Yeah. It's called Russian Invisible Jet, but it's on my channel. Trust me, I'll explain why, but I can't find it.
Do you think they've taken it down?
No. I know it's there. I just can't find it. I know it's there. Find the coin video. See if I can find the coin video. It's there. I just don't.
What did you say it was Russian?
Yeah, invisible Russian jet. That's what you got to look for.
Mate, it's not here.
I wonder why.
They've probably taken it down, mate. I reckon they've probably taken it down. Yeah, I can't see it. Russian jet. Let's have a look.
It has to be invisible. I wonder what happened to that. Can't find it.
No, can't find it, mate. I reckon they've taken it down without your knowledge.
That's not good if they did that. Let me just keep going. I don't know, because I don't remember it doing this poorly. It did pretty good. But you never know. Maybe it's me wishful thinking.
Even I can't even find that video from Iraq.
It's gone?
Yeah. It looks like they scrubbed that. I thought it was like 2004, 2005. Nope. Can't find it. 2006. Nope. Because I remember it was shown on a news outlet, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I got it from. I found it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I found it. I called it top secret footage the Russians don't want you to see. I found it.
Okay. Let's have a look.
Okay. This was back in the days, okay? Oh, sorry.
Well, I found that video, by the way. So we'll have a little look.
So it hasn't been scrubbed.
No. You have to really look for it, though. This is it. This is the whole part of the course of the internet now. You know, when you look at for like old stuff, this sort of stuff, it's you really have to go digging. Let's have a look.
I'm getting it up, son. I'm getting it up. All right. I'll play it from the beginning because I did put some work into this.
That's okay. Let's have a look.
I was young. I was young back then.
With the world's superpowers fighting for dominance, there is one sector that is little less known of or seldom mentioned. And this is the sector that deals with the invisibility or stealth technology.
How invisible are we talking here? If I walked into a room with a soldier wearing one of these cloaks,
you wouldn't see him at all. He would be completely invisible to you.
This isn't make-believe. The military has seen the so-called quantum stealth technology. It works by bending the light around an object, even concealing most of a person's shadow. Imagine what that could do for a sniper hiding in a field, or the American pilots who ejected over Libya when their fighter jets crashed last year.
They could actually pull out, very similar to what they carry with a survival blanket, throw it over top of them, and unless you walked right into them, you wouldn't know that they were there.
So what was once firmly in the world of make-believe could quickly become quite real. The science is in the special fabric, so you don't need a power or some instruction manual to make it work. Theoretically, any soldier, even in the most remote location, could quickly put it on and get it working.
Now, there have been videos that have emerged.
There it is.
One that was taken roughly about 10 years ago during the Gulf War that shows an invisible soldier. Let's take a look at this.
I'll still always pick some good music, man. You like it when I was doing this back in the days?
How old was this video, mate?
I'll tell you.
I did this with Diego Alvarez.
But this is not the story I want to bring you. The story I want to bring you comes from a hacker named Diego Alvarez. And while trolling the deep net, he came across a file from the Russian Ministry of Defense. When he encrypted this file, the footage in there was of a Russian invisible plane. Now, people, here is the footage of that plane.
Oh, Aiden. Oh yeah, I see it.
In Russia, we don't do UFOs.
Russian? Soviet.
Oh, I'm trying to pause it there. I wanted to pause it on Uncle Chopper. Missed Uncle Chop Chop. There we go. Pause it on Uncle Chopper. All right, did you like that one?
Yeah, it's good, mate. Yeah, that's the footage I got up. The invisible soldier. Interesting though, isn't it? Makes you think.
Well, I just want to let you know about the flying invisible airplane. All right.
Convincing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's fake. This is my April Fool's video.
Oh, is it? All right.
This is why Uncle Chopper's here, and this is one of the quotes that he was famous for saying: "Never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn." But Diego, now the guy that I worked with on that, collaborated with, he's now gone on to do great things with himself. He was working at Marvel Studio. He's designed the game, all on off the back of his very good CGI work.
Right.
The invisible plane though killed me. I was like,
you were serious.
You are a genius. You are a genius. But the invisible, see, that was the thing that I did, was to sell it, because I gave the invisible. So why not have an invisible plane that the Russians got?
Oh, we done.
But that's it, man. Shit. 3 hours, I think. Where are we? Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Well,
that's it, innit? Should we call it a night? I can go
yes,
bed bodies. That's all right. It's kind of weird having like the place to myself. It's like a ghost town in there. Yeah. So yeah. What were we talking about? Aztec, wasn't it? We're all over the place today, didn't we? Yeah.
Well, I think something happened.
Something crashed.
Well, there was the Holt paper as well. Am I right? Did you come across that document? Because I don't think they mentioned that. I don't think they mentioned that. The Holt document, where it's alluding, you can read it. They're not saying anything. Like, they're talking about sources being retrieved. It's an FBI. It's an FBI document. Do you guys know what I'm on about in the chat? Right, that was another thing. They didn't touch on that one as well. The Holt document, where this guy now, the time frame's about right. I think he wrote this in 1950. And he's alluding to the recovery of sources and alien bodies in it.
Right.
But it doesn't specifically say any place. It doesn't say Roswell. It doesn't say Kingsman. Kingsman wouldn't have been in that. Well, it didn't say any place. So Kingsman could have been in that as well, because it said recovery of flying saucers. wasn't one.
You're not talking about the MJ12 documents, are you?
No, it's called the Holt. Holt. Do you guys come on? Somebody, Moody, you know it. You always know these things. What was it called? It's on my thumbnail. Let me look. I know it's on my. Oh man, the weed's giving me the shakes a little bit. You guys ever get that, the little shakes when you're smoking the weed?
Did you say the Holt UFO files?
It's a memorandum. It's not a file. It's just a letter. I think it might be 2 pages long.
Oh, the Holt memorandum. Yeah, okay, from 1983. Is that what you're talking about?
No, from 1950. Hold on, let me get out of here. Oh, I can't see the thumbnail. I wanted to just bring that up, but I can't see the thumbnail. I should have. Oh, Jesus. See a crucial part of it as well. Well, it's a crucial part to tie in all these sources that were happening in pre-1950.
Are you specifically talking about America here?
Well, yeah. Because the reason why it's called that, oh man, come on, someone help me.
Sorry, man, I can't help you on that one.
It's in my thumbnail. It's right in my thumbnail, but I can't see my thumbnail. It's the bottom plaque that says on top of it. It says memorandum. It should have the name like John Holt or something like that. Oh, I just can't see it, man. My eyes.
No, I can't see the thumbnail, mate.
Yeah, I can't see it. Let's see. Anybody got with me? Do you mean the UFO EMO written by FBI specialists? Yes, that's him. That's him. See, Moody, that's why I asked you. The guy, Huttle, Agent Huttle to Director Hoover. That's the one.
All right, so that.
Moody's got it. See, that's why I asked you, man.
Okay, so we'll look. So there, we'll look. Okay, it's saying here UFOs and the guy Mottle memo. So part of the March 22nd, 1950 memo by Guy Mottle, specialist agent in charge of the Washington Field Office regarding UFOs. Mottle's memo does not prove the existence of UFOs. It's simply a second or third-hand claim that was never investigated. Some people believe the memo repeats a hoax that was circulating at that time. The Bureau's files have no information verified that theory. Let's have a look. It's only a very short memo. So an investigator for the Air Force stated that the 3 so-called flying saucers have been recovered in New Mexico. It's saying New Mexico here. I've got the memo right here. They were described as being circular in shape with raised centers, apparently 50 feet in diameter. Each one was occupied by 3 bodies of human shape, but only 3 foot tall, dressed in metallic clothing and very fine texture. Each body was, God, it's all blurry here. So it's saying here the bodies were something in the manner of similar of the blackout suits used in the speed flyer and test pilots. Sorry, it's so like muddy. It's all like blurry and all that. According to Mr. Blank, informant, the saucers were found in the New Mexico due to the fact that the government had a very high powerful radar set up in that areas. It could be believed the radar interface with the controlling mechanics of the saucers. No further evaluations was attempted by Blank concerning and that's it. So yeah, the memo's here. Yeah.
So take that with that. And we got this thing, the Farmington. I think there's a link, man. The Farmington Armada. I think there's a link. I think we need to sit down one day and get a show together on this.
So I'm on KB24 info. This is the Aztec incident. The FBI Mottle memorandum. It says the Mottle memorandum, formerly designed as an FBI internal communications, is a single-page document dated March 22nd of 1950, authorized by Guy Mottle, special agent in charge of the FBI's Washington's field office. It is most frequently cited government document in connection with the Aztec UFO incident and, more broadly, the governmental awareness of alleged flying saucers and crash retrievals. Huh. Okay. Well, it mentioned in New Mexico and dated March 22nd, 1950. So that was 2 years after the crash itself. Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I guess there's probably a connection there, mate. Yeah, for sure.
See, we found it in the end. Thank you, Moody. I just couldn't remember it. Couldn't remember the name of the memo. There's also the Nathan. Let's see. There's also the 1947 Nathan Twinning memo. That may be why it's Twining memo. No, it was that one. I just couldn't figure. I was saying his name wrong, saying everything wrong, to be honest.
Yeah, so the Twining memo is the 23rd of September of 1947's concerning flying discs. Now, these are flying discs. Now, this is different. The flying saucers. Flying disc was almost referred to as a German flying saucers, but it's mentioned here. I've got the document right here. The phenomena reported is something real and not visually or fictitiously. B, there are objects probably approximately the shape of a disc for such man, I'm too tired to bloody read. Yeah. We'll save it for next time. When I'm a bit more. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But no, that's interesting, Moody. I'll save this one.
You know what? Should we just? Do you want to do one like for next show? Do you want to do like, because I'm gonna look into this Farmington wave. I'd like to cover it.
Let's have a look. Farmington. Let's have a look. See if there's anything to it. Farmington UFO. Is it sighting?
Armada. The Farmington Armada.
Yep, I got it.
I wrote it down. I'm going to look into this.
Cool. Yeah. Well, there's something to it. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, Farmington.
You know, when you got a guy who's come on a show being a skeptic, and he's turned around about a different sighting and said, you know what, something definitely happened there. That's what I like to hear.
Sweet. I've actually got huge disc armada in Farmington. I've got actual news report here from the newspaper. Yeah, let's go for that then, mate. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right then,
Sweet.
man. Farmington
Right.
Armada. That's what we'll be looking into. I'll talk to you over the weekend.
Thank you.
All right. So,
and thank you, Moody, for the my excellent reading skills. Yeah, I'm getting better. It's because I'm off the weed.
What are you talking about on Friday?
UFO files, third batch, coming out. Third batch of
definitely.
UFO files. Definitely this Friday. Yes, there are going to be more blurry dots. There's going to be more. I would say.
What's that? Who said they're coming out?
The internet.
I haven't seen no chatter on it.
Yeah, apparently it's going to be released. I'm not too sure. I was supposed to do a show on it last Friday, which wasn't released, but no, it's supposed to come out on this Friday. My predictions: they're going to bring up some German flying saucer documentation. That's my prediction.
Okay.
So there we go. And yeah, that's what I got for Friday. We'll see. If not, I'll just wing it. Yeah. No, honestly, great show, Hidden. Pleasure as always. And yeah, thanks to the people in chat who stuck around for this 3.5 hours, Hidden. Bloody hell.
I know.
So
I know. But there you go. It was fun. So that's it.
Yes, mate.
Catch you next week, and we're gonna be looking into the Farmington Armada. I just even love the title, man. That's gonna be good.
Farmington Armada. Lovely.
That's it. So have a good night. Hopefully,
and keep your eyes to the skies for more dots and lights. If you're living in Brazil, get some better footage and not balloons.
Yeah, it is what it is. But anyways, hope to see you. Hope to have a video. I can only work with what's out there, and it's not good. And I don't mean that in another way. I just mean, there's not a lot of good sightings. A lot of nighttime stuff. Never trust the night. Night hides multiple of sins. So
it is. It is indeed.
On that show, see you next week, where we will definitely, me and Nick both agree, the Farmington Armada.
Absolutely, yeah. We shall be doing that. Fantastic.
All right. So good night. God bless. Saranara.
Oh, giraffe pussy is a weed. Sorry, my bad. It is a weed.
Deep and wide, chasing saucers in the starry skies. Truth uncovered where the shadows lie. Big up our brother, he's the cosmic guide. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Whispers of the cosmos in the night, shining answers through your second sight. Investigations that you bring to light, mysteries unfolding your endless fight. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. cosmic tales. Through the static you prevail. Hidden brother on the case, bringing truth to every space.